Hello, hello,
Hello,
hello.
everyone.
Oh
welcome to
Hi.
Roundtable.
Yes.
Such a big table, guys.
We're excited to be here to play some
Okay, cool.
Blades in the Dark. But before we do, a few announcements on the channel. This channel is very much in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. We have a donate link. It's the giant yellow one below. If you want to click on that, it'll take you to a group of different charities. If you want to pick the one that you like the best, go ahead and support that. We'd really appreciate it. And now I will throw it over to Parker for some scheduling announcements.
All right. So, our very next thing is tomorrow at 7 p.m. We're doing Highlight Heroes with Arcane Anthems. Weston will be joining us for that. And then we've got our regular scheduled programs on Friday and Saturday. So 7 p.m. we have our Rolling Tides campaign on Friday. And then Conundrum Company will be back at 6 p.m. on Saturday. And then this coming Sunday, we have Cosplay Ground, DM'd by our own Blue Button, who plays Peach on Conundrum Company. It's going to be amazing. Josh and I will both be playing, and it is Disney themed. So yeah, that's our very next week of programming.
It's gonna be fun.
I'm so excited to see Sean cosplay.
Oh, I'm not
Oh,
playing,
it's not Sean. It's
unfortunately.
Josh.
Ah.
Yeah.
I know.
Josh will also look great in cosplay.
I keep wanting to drag Sean. It's fine.
Never.
We'll make it someday.
I barely
Yeah,
dress
don't
up
worry.
in normal people clothes.
I bet I have the chat behind me, so it's fine.
Well-
It'll happen eventually.
No.
You have the
Welcome,
support of
everybody. Hello to
Hello.
the second installment of Roundtable. I am so excited to be here. We are playing Blades in the Dark. None of us have played this game before. We're all learning and growing together. We're very excited to delve into it. The philosophy of this game is just to be relaxed, be okay with making mistakes the first time you play it. So that is the ideology that we're going to embrace. We're just going to have a lot of fun with it. And I'm super excited to introduce everyone to you. So we'll start at the top left. Sean, if you want to introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Mr. Shickenhands. I am Josh's replacement for today. He usually hosts every stream, but this is the first one we're hosting on my system. So if the sound is weird or anything falls apart, yell at me. Mr. Shickenhands on all social medias. I mostly just exist here.
Amazing. Parker?
Hi, I'm Parker Bliss on all social media things. I'm here a lot of the time, but yeah.
Amazing. Matt?
Thank you. I'm watching the stream from exactly the perspective
that's
I'm
how I can get it.
I appreciate that. Well, thanks, Sarah. I'm Matt Jenkins. You can find me on Twitter at that. I'm going to start going by that one more, maybe. Who knows? Or on TikTok under Dinkles, where I make a bunch of just rhymes and raps about D&D and fun tabletop stuff. I could even make a Blades in the Dark rap. If I don't die, Sarah, that's on you.
That's a threat.
That's on you.
That's a direct
On
threat.
you.
No pressure. No pressure. Just it's going to be a diss rap if you kill me. I'm just saying.
A diss rap. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh
I'm
my
kidding.
god.
Rhymes in the dark.
And finally, I realized I have to go this way. Shando.
Hello. Matt, what do I need to do for you to write a diss rap about me?
You got to compliment me. Or no, do the thing where you did the backhanded compliments to everybody. On the
Oh yeah,
TikTok.
the roast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I
that was
just
good.
pay you? Can I just give you like $50?
If you're gonna pay me, pay Weston. So
Okay.
that's my ideology.
Awesome.
I would kill for that, man. Hi, I'm Shando. I'm the D&D mom on everything except for Facebook because I don't fuck with Facebook. And I'm having a charity stream tomorrow to support the Bail Project. So if you're interested, that's going to be over on my channel. We're running Mothership, which is a sci-fi horror RPG. It's at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I would love to see you there. And I'm very excited to play this game with you, Sarah.
I'm excited too. I am way too excited. All right. And with that, everyone. Oh, I am Sarah. Sarah is Coffee on all the things. I'm going to be your fearless DM for this session. One fear, a little fear, but I'm ready to be here. And
That was
with
a good
that, thank you.
Write that down.
Let's journey into the city of Duskfall and the game Blades in the Dark. We open on a crowded street at the edge of the night market, right across the river from Charter Hall. The posh shops and the elegant government buildings of the Charter Hall district shine just enough light across the river to make the edges of the night market seem not so menacing. And that is where we find the Golden Apple. A den of luxury, excess, and pleasure for the wealthy and the elite. It's in the perfect position for the rich to feel adventurous and discreet without getting their feet too dirty. We see a glamorous-looking man dart his way down the street and look around suspiciously before ducking into the doorway and walking down a hall. He whispers a few words to a guard and makes his way inside the lavish interior of the Golden Apple, which is where we find our players. Sean, do you want to introduce your character?
I would love to. Sort of cavorting around different individuals in the building, you see a tall, well, medium size, we'll say, slender man with dyed blue, verging on purple hair. Very elegantly dressed, very well kept, and just sort of talking amongst the people, making everyone feel comfortable and more eager to bet. That just hurt my ears. Sorry.
Amazing. As you make your way around, James, you're speaking to the people in the Golden Apple, you're kind of fluttering, you're laughing, you're making connections. You see a familiar face in the crowd. You see your old connection, Salia. She is speaking to someone who looks just lavishly rich. She's whispering in their ear, and as you watch, you see their hands connect. You can't tell if something has gone between them, but you know that something is afoot.
First reaction, find my cohort. As in all things.
Wonderful. Okay, so you find your way to your cohort. Parker, would you like to introduce your character and say where you are in the Golden Apple?
Of course. Sitting in one of the chairs in the lounge with a glass of red wine, you see a very tall, lithe female. She has very obviously dyed red hair. It's almost a maroon purple color. Long down her back. The dress has a very high slit all the way up her thigh, and she just has her legs crossed and is watching. And that's Jessie.
Fantastic. All right, so Jesse, you see your dear friend and compatriot James come up to you.
We may have a problem.
What?
You remember that information broker I never really spoke that highly of?
Yeah. Salia, I think? Right?
Yes. They're here? Currently at the party, they're here, right now, here.
Oh, I'm guessing you never handled that? That relationship's still, not good for us?
I don't love the tone. This
I'm sorry.
Isn't good.
Alright. Who's she talking to?
Would I know the person she was talking to?
They seem to be a new face.
A new player.
Oh.
That scares me.
As it should. Does Salia know me?
I think Salia would know you. Maybe she hasn't met you, but since you're closely associated with James, she would know who you are.
Okay. Can you point out the person, the new player? Maybe I can go, wile someone.
I never forget a face. This way.
She follows.
I lead her back to where I saw them two cavorting.
Okay, yes, and they are still actually talking. Salia seems to be deep in this person's ear. And as you walk towards them, she actually catches sight of you. And she turns and she gives you, James, a disdainful look. And she says, well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised to see you around here since this is your turf, but...
Oh, I didn't see you there. Yes, welcome. You remember my partner Jesse? I just sort of like slink behind
pleasure.
Jesse.
Salia looks at you for a moment and then turns to the man that she was speaking to, and she says, why don't you run along for the moment? And he nods and heads to the bar. She turns back to you and she says, now I understand that we haven't had the best relationship in the past, but if you could just overlook my being here, that would be optimal.
Is there something in it for us?
Your continued survival here?
Charming. Rude.
It's a party. Let's party.
Of course.
Can I... Oh god, how do rolls work? Do we roll in this part or is this all RP? Help me here.
This is mostly RP, but if you would like to do a move, you can absolutely do it. As a reminder for everyone who is watching, we are currently in the free play section of the game, which is very RP heavy. There aren't a lot of mechanics, but I will allow you to perform a mechanic, which are hunt, study, survey, tinker, finesse, prowl, skirmish, wreck, attune, command, consort, and sway. Those last two are probably going to be closer in your wheelhouse.
Yes. So, I would like to attempt to sway her to tell me what she's doing here.
Okay. So tell me exactly what you're saying and how you're doing that, and then I will let you roll for it.
Okay. She's going to side-eye James and then lean in really close to this woman's ear, still holding her wine glass here. Bitch, I own this place. You're threatening me in my own den. Please mind yourself. You're welcome to the party. If you tell me what you're doing here, I don't recognize your friend. And then she leans back out and smiles.
Okay. And what is your score rating for Sway?
So I have 2 in that.
2. Okay,
Yes.
so you are going to roll 3 dice and take the highest number.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to set this position as in Blades in the Dark, we set positions for rolls. The rolls are controlled, risky, and desperate.
Mhm.
Mostly the rolls will be risky, but since this is your home turf and you feel some confidence here, I'm going to say that this is a controlled roll.
Okay. So, I actually got 2 6s and a 5.
That is a critical success when you get
Nice.
2 6s. Absolutely. Okay.
Ooh.
You lean in and deliver this bone-chilling monologue to Salia. And you see her hand tighten on her drink slightly. You see her jaw kind of pop as she grits her teeth. And she goes, fine. My friend over there, and she looks over at the individual that she sent over to the bar. He works for someone who I am trying to establish connections with. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Duchess. She has something I want. And, James and Jesse, you would know who the Duchess is. The Duchess is a very, very wealthy official in the Charter Hall Government District. She has never been to the Golden Apple before, but she is known to indulge in vices if she is given the right hook. And Salia says, She has a pendant. And if you tell anyone that I told you this, I will come immediately and kill both of you.
I'm shaking. In my boots. Actually, they're very nice heels, but continue.
Obviously, you and I know that this world is not necessarily one that deals only in the corporeal. There are greater forces at work here. There's something inside that pendant.
Like a different gem?
James, you are as quick-witted as I remember.
Thank you.
No, something a bit more otherworldly. All I know is that I haven't seen the Duchess age in the last 5 years, and she is advanced in her years.
See. Won't tell a soul.
Anyway, I am going to be in a large amount of trouble if I am seen here after giving you this information, so I am going to, as they say, beat a retreat. If you'd like any more information, go speak to Edward. I am not interested. And she strides out the door. We are going to cut from this scene for the moment, and we are going to go to Shando. Could you introduce your character?
So, out of a door in the back of the building, through a small apothecary shop back there, suddenly the door bursts open and you see a small, mousy man, frizzy brown hair with a white streak, crowded brown teeth, high-necked black laboratory coat with leather gloves and a gas mask. Slam the door open, stumble out, rip off the mask, look around, throw it back through the door, close the door. There's like, greenish gas kind of coming from under the door. Yes, everything's fine back there. I think I need a drink, and walks up to the bar. This is Dr. Hubert East.
Dr. Hubert, so lovely to meet you. As you come up to the bar, you spot a few familiar faces, a few new faces, but one face that you are surprised to see sitting next to you as you sit down at the bar is your friend Eckert. He's sitting there, he's nursing a shot of whiskey, and he has a small twitch to him, actually. That is something that you haven't noticed before.
So I walk up to the bar. I say, whiskey, neat, please. And then I'm given the drink. I pull out a small vial from a bandolier under my coat, uncork it, pour it in, put the vial back, knock it back. Eckert, where have you been?
Hubert, hi. Here and there.
I am in desperate need of component materials. You don't understand. The demand has been high. I do not have what I need, what you promised me, what I paid for.
Right. I know. And Eckert takes a shot of his whiskey and he says, it's the fucking gray sword, man. It's the fucking gray sword. They're fucking after me.
I hear excuses. I don't hear solutions. What do you need from me?
And Eckert looks over at you. You would recognize the name Gray Sword, actually. They are the gang that has been trying to rifle in on your territory for a good year now. They haven't been successful so far. But
what does the Gray Sword have to do with the particulars that I require?
Well, you know that you're not my only customer, Hubert. Like, listen, I consider you a friend and you always get the first, but I gotta make a living with multiple people, you understand? And the Grey Sword, they offered me something new. They offered me something new to bring them components, and I said sure. And then I took it, and now I can't stop taking it. And now I am
what
in
might
deep
this
shit.
be? I don't suppose you have any that I can analyze.
If I had some, I would have taken it.
I see. Perhaps we should arrange an appointment.
Listen, I do not have the means to take them on or take care of them, but oh my god, if you made this problem go away for me, you would get everything from me. Pick of the litter.
I can see what I can do. You really should let me take a look at you, though.
All right.
Okay. Can I take him through Thistle's shop?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, you take him through Thistle's shop. Are you in your... Matt, would you like to introduce your character as we're doing this?
Yes, I would. Yeah, if walking into the shop, you'll see someone organizing some stuff on a shelf and fiddling with some objects in a tall gray suit. It's kind of like a pinstripe suit. He's got some salty hair that kind of covers a little bit of his eyes. He looks really tired, but he's moving around like he has a lot of energy. He's just very lethargic with a lot of things. But my name is Aldo Rowan, and I'm a trade shopper of the occult.
Mm-hmm. So, Hubert, you walk through. Are you in your shop?
Yes, yeah, I'm organizing some stuff behind the counter.
Fantastic. Yeah, you walk through. Hey.
I'm gonna nod to you.
Hey, you.
I will be in the laboratory with my good friend here.
Sure, I believe you.
I like that skull.
Oh yeah, I just got this in. It was from a buddy that I haven't really seen in a while, but he's supposed to come back to appraise it for me. He said I could hold on to it though as a sign of good measure, but he hasn't been back. I might talk it. I'm not too sure.
Does that belong to your buddy, or does that belong to your buddy?
Let me ask him. No, it's not him.
Oh, okay. Just,
If he does, I mean, I know where to find him. So.
It would be rude not to ask.
True, yeah, no, he has good manners, don't you? So,
Mm,
but yeah, go ahead. Do your thing.
So I'm gonna find the hidden latch to open up the door to
Absolutely.
my laboratory.
You part the curtain behind the register of the occult shop. You press a panel and open slides the door to your laboratory.
This is a very weird space. There are several exam tables. It's like one of those Eli Roth horror movies. So there are shelves similar to Thistle's shop, but these contain a lot more parts of things. There are lots of vials and jars of different colors of liquids, many books, tomes, medical texts, and then other equipment that looks more like alchemical chemistry lab type thing. And I want to invite him to sit down on one of the exam tables, and I just want to, get out my little exam light and look in his eyes and maybe take his vitals and try to figure out the nature of this addiction.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's do something fun with this. How about you do a study roll for this? Again, I'm going to put this at a controlled risk because you're in your home turf, baby.
Does my physical special abilities play any role here?
Oh, read it out to me.
So you can tinker with bones, blood, and bodily humors to treat wounds or stabilize the dying. You may study a malady or corpse. Everyone in your crew, including you, gets a 1 die to their healing treatment rolls.
I would say, yeah, I think that falls under the study a malady.
Okay.
Neat. So
my study is 2
2.
plus
Fantastic.
that
Yes.
plus the base. So I get to roll
So
4.
I would say you roll 4. Yeah.
Okay. I rolled a 1, a 1, a 2, and a 5.
Fantastic. 5 is
Yeah.
pretty good. For everyone watching, 1 to 3 is a failure. 4 to 5 is a pretty good success. And then a 6 is a complete success. 2 6s is a critical success. So Shando has rolled a middling success. So you take a look at Eckerd, and he just seems twitchy, and his pulse is elevated slightly. His eyes are dilated, but something that you can kind of tell is that he is coming off of what seems to be a euphoric high. This isn't something that mellows you out. It's very clearly something that gives you energy, and the come down is just severe anxiety, essentially, and just a need to get more.
I see. I would like to take a couple of samples, if that is okay with you, Eckerd.
You ain't gonna do any weird shit with it, right?
I mean, everything I do is weird shit. You know that.
Yeah, but you're not gonna, like, pump it into some rich people's skin or
Oh,
something.
no. You're clearly contaminated.
Okay.
Yes. I'm
Yeah,
just gonna
sure.
get out a big, scary horse, hypodermic looking needle.
Terrifying.
And I'm gonna take some blood. I'm gonna swab the inside of his mouth and put that in a little petri dish. And
Amazing. And as you check out Eckerd, figure everything out, we are going to switch back over to our lovely Thistle. You are in your shop. Is there anything specific that you're doing right now?
So mainly just organizing some things. I got a new shipment in a couple of days ago that I'm still having to categorize, but it's a lot of work and I don't really feel like doing it. Most of the things that are in this shop are already dead, so it's not like they're going anywhere.
Sure.
So for the most part, just welcoming new customers that come in and pretty much just watching the dust settle mainly. That's about
Great.
it.
So you're puttering around your shop. You are just, taking a look at all of the things that you have in your inventory, and a voice echoes behind you and says, hey, been a while. And you turn around and you see your friend Flint.
Flynn, how you been, man? Welcome to Oddities Abundant.
Hey!
How you been? It's been honestly, it's been a really long time. I kind of lost track. I thought the skull you gave me a while back was gonna start haunting me if you never came back.
Did that not happen?
Actually, let me.
That would have been a hilarious prank.
I didn't know. That'd be funny if it did, but it didn't. No,
Yeah.
but where are you?
No, I don't think so. I am on something big, dude. I am talking ginormous big,
Yeah.
And listen, I've been after this thing for a straight month. No luck. I cannot get it, locked tight.
Dang.
So I was thinking, maybe my very, very close friend would enjoy this information from me for something interesting.
Sure. I mean, what is it gonna cost me something? Because I mean, you've been gone for months, and as important as this stuff is, I still got a shop to run. Obviously, the customers are abundant. I must procure things, and you've been very lacking in that department lately. So I'd imagine any information you give to me will make you better as time progresses.
He looks around at the right now kind of empty shop and goes, "Yeah, business is booming."
I went to the bathroom. They'll be back, but it was you walked in, they were leaving, you kind of passed each other. It happens all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure. Listen. Now, actually, I have a question for you. Are you trying to convince him to give you this information without any exchange?
You know what? Sure, I am. Would that be sway or command? I think it's sway, right? That'd probably be sway.
I think sway.
I'm feeling sway on that. So I have 1 dot, which means I would roll 3. If that's the case.
3. 1
I
dot,
have-
you said?
1 dot, and we had said that if you have
One
no
dot.
dot.
Okay,
2?
so if you have 1 dot, you roll 2 and take the highest one instead of rolling 2 and taking the lowest one.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. All right, so I'll just roll 2, and whatever you would say the result would be. So I got a 4 and a 5.
Okay, so you do pretty well. He doesn't look completely convinced, but he kind of holds up his hands and he goes, "Yeah, okay, I get it. I've been gone for a while. How about you just give me that cool ass pen? What does that do?"
Well, actually, this is funny. I made this out of ramen. This isn't an actual pen. I mean, sure, you can eat it, but it's like 90% glue. But go for it, man. It's all yours.
Fair enough.
I mean, after you give me the information, obviously, deals are deals once you trade the goods. You're a quick one. You've been gone for a minute. I'm not used to your tricks.
I'll give you half the information, then you give me the pen, and I give you the rest.
Give you half the pen. Just take the pen.
He takes the pen from you. He leans in very closely. He once again looks around the shop and makes sure nobody is there, and he says, "You ever heard of the Duchess?"
The Duchess? Is that witch I sold the chicken leg to? No.
No. I think that was the witch.
Yeah, I sold her that leg saying it was part of a Baba Yaga hut, but
That's
don't
gonna
think
come back on you, man.
I realize now after the fact. I honestly thought it was. Like, who finds a chicken leg just in the middle of the street? It has to have been from something, but whatever. The Duchess, though, no, I haven't heard of her.
She wasn't very important until a few years ago. And then she shows up extremely insanely wealthy and has an interesting item hanging around her neck. So, clearly, you know me, I was an interested party. And what do I find out is inside it but a ghost?
A ghost, you say? Who?
I don't know. I don't know exactly who the ghost is, but what I do know is that this woman has not aged in like 10 years now.
Huh. That
Now, this
is...
kind of thing, whoever figures this out, whoever has this information, whoever has this pendant, I have a feeling they're going to bring in a lot of money to their business. You sell that thing? Shit.
I could get behind that.
I
Now,
can't get close to her. She has guards around her all the time.
did they say where she would be?
She usually hangs out in the Charter Hall district, you know, up with the government higher-ups, as it were. But I have it on good authority that she likes to get a little dirty.
This is quite the tip you've given me here. What is the
More than a pen tip?
well, no, I mean you do have the pen tip in your hand, but the percentage I'm thinking, I haven't been able to do anything with that skull, so I'm probably going to give that back to you. So I'd probably say I'll give you like 10%.
15.
We'll do 10, and I won't ask for the pen back because I was simply just letting you borrow it because I did need to kind of write down what you told me, and you took my only writing utensil. So
You are a sneaky man, and
What
I
can I say?
respect that. 10%. And he puts his hand across the table.
thank you, sir.
Fantastic.
You're doing
All
business.
right. And as this interaction ends, we're actually going to switch back over to Jesse and James. Where do you guys find yourselves? I believe you just finished up your conversation with Salia and she walked out the door. Now, as this happens, Jesse, you see Niren finishing up her dance on the stage and giving you a meaningful look.
Right. I forgot to tell you. She wants to talk about something. I don't know. It was very cryptic. Do you?
What do you mean? Who?
Oh, Niran, the dancer.
Me?
No, me.
Oh.
Do
Go about
you
your
want-
business.
Do you want to come or no?
Do you want me to come?
What else are you going to be doing?
We'll just give an information about a necklace that lets you live a little bit longer.
Or you
Big
you going
indeed.
to go ask
A good doctor might need a... Is it?
go through the shop though? We have a literal shop about weird shit.
Right.
Maybe ask Ardo.
I'll make it a group call. You handle your dancing friend.
Thank you.
Now, sashay away.
Fantastic.
Perfect. She is going to kind of direct Niran to follow her into one of the hookah rooms. An empty
Fantastic. Okay. You go into one of the hookah rooms, and Niran sits down, and she says, "Hey, thank you for coming to speak with me. I know that, you're busy, and
one. Undoubtedly busy. Actually, what was that look for and the weird message?
well, I really appreciate everything that you all have done for me, like letting me work here and letting me. And so, I feel like I have some kind of loyalty to the Golden
You're very
Apple.
sweet. Let's get to the point.
I was working a customer, and he started talking. He was very drunk. And he started talking about how he was the leader of the Gray Sword, and he was muscling in on your turf. And I mean, I was gonna come to you because he was here in the Golden Apple, but then he started saying something about this drug that they were bringing in. Something called Epiphany?
She's never heard of it, right?
No, you've never heard of it.
New drugs happen all the time, but are you saying they were
They're
bringing it in
saying-
here?
He kept bragging about how it was like more intense than anything that anyone had ever brought into the city before, and that all the rich people were going to start going to the Gray Sword's territory instead of the Golden Apple. And that's not good for you, and that's not good for me either,
Hmm. How long ago was he here? When
This
was it?
last night? But listen,
Last night in one of seriously.
listen, I had to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
I was afraid that if I told you immediately that he would see, and then he would kill me, because
That's valid.
he told me that they're bringing in a shipment tomorrow morning. I know where it is.
Where?
Down by the docks. 6 a.m.
If he comes back, let one of the guards know so we can kill him while you're very good at your job. That's
I'm
a lot
really
of
good at my job.
information. Yep.
I mean, he was pretty drunk, and I am very good at flirting.
Yes. Well, is that all you wanted to tell me?
Yeah, you're not gonna... Like, this is safe, right? If they catch you, if you do anything about this, you're not gonna mention my name.
No.
Okay,
I run a business here. Remember?
right.
Right.
And she leaves and goes back to the stage to dance. Now, we have reached, unless, James, would you like to do anything before we head into the next section?
I was just gonna gather the two that would know more about the necklace and clue them in
Fantastic.
if they haven't been already by some means.
Absolutely. Yeah, so actually that's perfect because we are going to head into the next section of free play that's kind of this nebulous between into free play and the score,
Mhm.
which is where you guys formulate a plan and decide what you are going to do. So the party begins to die down, people begin to leave, stumbling home. Niran takes a couple people to the back, and you all conclude your night at the Golden Apple. Where would you guys like to meet?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Good
where's
question.
Where's our meeting room?
We have private rooms.
You do.
I also feel like the doctor's office is pretty secluded.
Yeah.
I can fluff up a couple pillows for you if you need to be.
I don't trust your
I would
pillows.
say either the
I
shop is looking
know.
for something more hygienic, because that's like I have just one door and that's pretty outward
Are
facing.
you questioning the hygiene standards of
We're all
my?
questioning it.
Of a doctor
Every
that
one of us.
It's honestly, man, sometimes the floorboard's not gonna really hold that scent in. It wafts in a bit. I gotta tell them I get new shipments and it's gross.
I pick a
I'm-
gas mask up off the floor and say, seriously?
Have you
Again?
ever, like,
Again?
I have. I never sell them, but like I do have a couple candles if you need them. Like,
I've got plenty of PPE if anyone feels necessary. But whatever.
Well,
We're gonna go
let's
talk.
just-
The shop is
I
fine.
feel safer with the strange skulls. These feel
Well,
safer than wherever the other ones
We
are.
do a very good business for this operation, I remind you.
Yes.
We'll meet
I-
in the shop.
I don't even need you to remind me.
Very different. Yes. Okay, alright.
So,
So how'd the
They-
night go for you guys?
Any sales, Ardo?
Define sales.
Well,
Money.
we make money.
A little lacking on that. Still have the skull. Didn't really make much off of that. But I did meet with my friend Flint, who gave me the skull, and he actually gave me something that I think might be worth our while. Have you guys heard of the Duchess?
recently,
Yes. We actually just had a conversation about something about that. What?
So apparently, she has this necklace or a pendant of some kind that a ghost hides inside. It's really
Oh.
awesome.
It's a ghost.
Possibly. That's what I've been told. But apparently, that's what's been keeping her alive for such a long time. Been giving her youth. I think the ghost is doing something that's giving them some type of life essence that they shouldn't have.
Sounds
But-
like a competitor.
They said we could get this and it would sell for a pretty high dollar. So
We also
that's
heard
money.
that she likes to indulge in something that we are rather good at providing. Sin.
Oh. I'm thinking that might be a way to get some money, because we don't have much of that to begin with. So
yes.
I mean,
I can't help but
they're
notice.
bringing in perfect amounts of money, but
it's kind of hard when the shop is behind a bar and a casino and a hookah stage and a dancing plaza. It's location's not the best. I do appreciate you guys giving me this space to begin with, but it's we can work on that with the money we can get for renovations, maybe. I don't know, or just keep it. I'm
Very
not sure.
maybe.
definitely maybe.
Appreciate the investment.
Yes. Well, that was the first little bit of information. I did talk to Niran? I'm awful with this.
Niran.
Niran. And Greysword's been fucking about in our place again.
That is what
Yes.
I heard as well. You know, Eckerd,
Quite literally fucking about.
my body guy,
Oh.
he is clearly hooked
Oh,
on some sort of new drug. Perhaps this.
so Niran actually said it was some drug called Epiphany. Sounds rather dramatic, but
yes,
it's
I think
supposed to
that
be
must
better
it.
than everything else.
I think that must be it. I took some samples. I took some blood. If he has some sort of in with these gray swords, as he told me they had been asking for his services, and now he sort of feels compelled to give them without any sort of financial recompense. Merely, they're just giving him these drugs.
That. Ugh.
Yes.
Apparently, there's a shipment coming in tomorrow. The docks at 6 a.m. Much earlier than I would appreciate, but it's a thing. God,
Well, would we want to perhaps get a hold of some of this? I could reverse engineer it, possibly. We could come up with our own competing brand, something better, call it not Epiphany, maybe like Euphoria or
I could talk around.
Pleasure Town or something like that.
Like the first one.
Sounds
No?
pretty
We'll work on the name. I might be able to score you a crate or so you can look
Applesauce.
better.
That's a good one.
Much better than Pleasure Town, actually.
Initial sin, oh god.
I don't know. Applesauce is sticking pretty well. I think we found the one we're gonna go with here.
I just leaned over to just say it's between that and Pleasure Town. Go with applesauce.
So I'm going to interrupt really quickly to explain something about the game. Normally one-shots are fairly, railroaded, one track, one side, but Blades in the Dark is a game about expanding your territory and choosing your scores. So here I have given the players a choice of which score they would like to go after. So
I'm
Honestly,
very interested.
My brain was putting
pendant.
very new drug, very life-dependent thing that likes to have drugs. We could get more drugs and give them to that person for that pendant. And then if we reverse engineer it, we can keep selling the drugs.
So Sarah just said, I've given them two options and your option is both.
Or,
That's awesome.
or,
I love it.
Instead of reverse engineering, maybe
I got a
we
label maker.
corrupt that shipment. If our good
Ooh.
doctor can corrupt it.
You got like a plague back there or something, right?
Yeah.
I have many possible options.
Thought you meant many plagues.
I
That'd
only,
be
I
really
only
bad.
have two.
Very
I only
close to
have two
all
plagues.
time.
I only have two plagues, to be fair.
You hear that, Otto? Only two.
Only two. So if we were to what degree do you want me to
Oh, boy.
corrupt this shipment? Do we want mild nausea? Do we want heartburn, indigestion, diarrhea? Do we want seizures? Do we want death?
What is the,
Like, how
what is the
badly
drug
do
do
we
you
want?
want?
How badly do we want to sully the Grey Sword's good name?
What does the drug do again?
Makes you feel very, very good, and then you want it very, very badly.
It's a
What if
drug.
it makes you feel? What if you act upon it to make them? That's true. That's a good point. But like, I mean, you ever had that medicine that tastes like cherry? It says it's cherry, but it's never cherry.
Oh,
It's like acid.
It's disgusting.
Very gross. But if you could make the I was gonna say medicine, but it's the same thing. Dang it! If you could make it sound repulsing to whoever takes it, and then we take the real stash, we can sell that for our own, and then from there, they would think that the buckos of whatever their name is do off with whatever they need to, because their supply would be bad. But in reality, we just made it taste bad.
Huh. So take some, so we can reverse engineer our own, corrupt the current system, so they have a bad reputation, we can offer something better.
Have you guys not taken down shops before? That's like how I got 90% of my stock.
Well, then I'm glad you're on our side.
Yeah, I just had that moment. You're so unassuming.
It's
All
a
right.
talent of mine, honestly.
So
Well,
the drugs.
drugs or amulet necklace pendant thing, as much as I would love to live further, how does that work with the occult thing? Do you know anything about like ghosts stuck in an
Yeah.
amulet?
So I'm pretty sure it could go two ways. We either get the amulet, sell it, instantly make some money, and coast on that for a little bit, or we get the amulet and let the ghost go. We could possibly get more from the ghost and then sell the amulet, telling them it's still doing the same thing. No one's really going to know if there's a ghost inside there unless they're attuned to those things. So if you do it quick, and don't let it touch your hands. You'll be fine.
And we have a good number of clients who've paid quite a lot of money for my rejuvenation services. If we could offer something more long-lasting, if we could perhaps study this pendant, reproduce it, we would be set for a very long time.
Or
Drugs
making it easy to
or,
choose.
Yes, they're both wonderful ideas.
Oh no.
Both wonderful ideas. What do we feel we're best equipped for right now? Personally, apparently the leader of the Grey Sword has been in here with my favorite dancer. But I plan on getting what he
He's a
looks
favorite?
like and kill James.
Nothing?
She makes the most money. I'm sorry she wasn't interested.
That's your criteria? Alright, never mind, carry on. Listen, I think, as pretty as that necklace may be, and as interesting as its effects may be on people, we are running a business here. If there's a new drug on the market, we need to be on it.
Well,
That would-
I would have to agree.
the drugs would be the first part of the plan. So
Oh,
You know,
alright.
it's
So
pictures,
you're
you
thinking
go
we
into-
handle the drug thing. If it goes well and our plan succeeds, we use the drug as a way to pull the woman in.
yeah, because I mean, again, she has the amulet. It's not like she's gonna die anytime soon.
Well, it has to be done quickly, because my contact seemed to have knowledge of people going after this necklace as well.
Well, good thing drugs sell fast and people want them. So
Yes,
I think
they're
we're
drugs.
Gonna be,
Yes,
That's
that
what
is a
drugs
good
do!
thing.
yes, in this world, outside, if
In
this were
this
just a game,
fantasy fictional world.
fantasy world
Don't
of
do
criminal
drugs,
justice,
In this
Don't
fake
do
world, drugs are cool,
we,
dude.
We don't condone the use of applesauce.
Use of apple.
That was always continuing. It was perfect.
Name in the works.
Yeah, no, but you know, it's pretty. I mean, I got the paperwork drawn up. It's gonna be applesauce, unless I mean, we could jump back to Pleasure Town. It's up to you.
Just leave me here to die.
Applesauce is fine.
Well, hey, maybe you could stay alive if we get the amulet, but we
It's-
gotta do the drug thing first.
It's
so.
just on brand, you know?
It's yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Pleasure Town is not on brand. It's not even on the same.
Pass.
Oh boy.
And
Oh,
catch me,
boy.
it's just a really out of tune, funky town. It's like, what?
So drugs.
So
We are all in the
Are we
drugs.
let me make this clear in my own head. We are doing drugs with the possibility of using said drug situation
Yes.
to
It's a
get
twofer.
dependent.
Yes.
Yes.
Ooh, y'all trying
No,
to kill
it's
me.
this is almost it's always sunny. We're doing drugs, guys.
Sarah just had that moment. She's like, I guess I'll keep both tabs open.
Hooray!
We have two options. I'm
Okay.
obviously gonna pick both.
We could botch both, you know.
Both,
You
both
can.
is
It's
good.
completely
That's
possible.
kind of the point, guys.
Okay, so here's the lowdown. Once you all decide what you're going to do, you must decide what kind of plan you're going to do. Since this is multifaceted, you may have to do 2 plans, but I will explain the plans very quickly, both for your edification and our lovely audiences. There are 6 types of plans. Assault, which is what it sounds like, violence. Deception, in which you engage in trickery. Stealth, in which you trespass on a place. Occult, in which you fight a supernatural power. Social, which is negotiating and bargaining. And transport, which is smuggling goods. And I will drop those in the chat for my lovely players so that they don't have
It's
to
like-
just
Thank
remember
you.
everything that I just said.
Oh.
Combination of stealth and that last one, the
I was
smuggling
thinking
one.
transport deception, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That could be it too.
Do we have an in
Mm.
with the gray swords?
You have no in, and in fact, they hate you so much.
Well.
Hey, but don't you have a dancer that is?
That's true. You do have
The
a
dancer.
dancer who has serviced the leader of the Gray Sword.
And
I mean, not
my
saying we throw under the bus or the
For
cart.
my,
whatever
for
vehicle
my
we transport.
reference,
I also have like I'm
Sarah,
a networking guy. I can
Would I-
talk to people.
would I know, because I don't know if we talked about this mechanic or not, but the Sly Friends part where we have to pick an enemy and a friend,
Yes.
is the gang leader on my thing? the gang leader of the rival gang. Would I know that?
Guys, watch out for a witch. Just let me know. If you see it.
Yeah,
Know the leader of the rival gang?
you
Okay.
would know the leader of the Grey Sword.
Would I know why he hates me?
His name's Ash Ketchum.
Yeah. And the drug is Pikachu.
You
Oh my
would know
God.
why
A little Pika pick me up.
he hates all of you. Let me be clear. But he does specifically hate your gang because of your connection to Jesse. And the reason for that is as follows, that when he was first forming the Grey Sword, he came to Jesse with a business proposition that you, I am sure, turned down.
Mm-hmm.
That business proposition may not have been as clean as other business propositions that had been given to you in the past.
Not at all like our Den of Sin.
Of course. No, for sure not.
Real church organization, if ever I've seen one.
So
Listen, the Den of Sin is a respectable establishment.
for my friends,
I think
his
so.
name is Baz.
Baz. Okay.
B-A-Z. Is his last name.
Baz and the Baz Boys.
He's a Baz boy.
Baz boy.
Baz to the bone.
I'm
All
gonna
Play
right.
the bass guitar.
I'm just gonna go hang out outside.
Bass. My name is Bass. Da-da-da.
Well, my question is, we may not have a direct in with these folks, but we might have connections down at the dock. If this is coming in through the port, maybe some things could get misplaced.
So we are in sort of a setup thing. Can we do moves at this point to like set up for what we're going into?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, just let me know what you want to do.
Because I can do some information gathering. That's
Yeah,
my
if you want to do
thing.
some information gathering, do that.
Yes. I
How
will.
would you like to gather said information?
I will attempt to consort,
Hmm.
which I have 2 dots in. I'm gonna try and like basically go through someone who works here, find someone they know, find someone they know, find someone they know who has heard of where these drugs are coming in.
Absolutely. Fantastic.
Perfect.
So, just to let you all know, you do have access to the map of Duskfall. So, the docks are across the Charter Hall district, which spans the entire city, and on the other end of the city. So, part of this heist, as it were, will be the long escape. So,
Gotcha.
but you would like to consort. So,
Yes.
go ahead and roll for that.
Okay. I want to find out basically what the place looks like. Get a little bit more information.
100%.
It's 3. Take the highest 1.
Yes.
5.
5. Fantastic. Okay, remind me the name of your sly friend.
My sly friend. Yes. That is Inia? Yes.
She is a servant, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you speak to Jinya, correct?
Mhm.
And she actually knows somebody who works on the docks. Her brother is a laborer on the docks. So after a little while, she gets back to you and she lets you know that he saw a few members of the Grey Sword speaking at the South Port a few days ago.
Very nice. Thank you, Jenny. I will not forget this. And
Please don't.
I
She
feel.
holds out her hand.
Do I have money?
Probably.
What's in your inventory?
I got no coin.
in
I'm
your
just
wallet?
like,
No
ooh,
coin.
ooh, these are the. I left them in. Oh, it's the winter. Just all my money's in my
Packets.
winter jackets.
I want free drinks for 3 nights.
Sure thing. Without hesitation. Yeah, you got it. I'm gonna go back to the rest of the group.
Satisfied. Mhm.
So, Southern Docks, a bit further away. but doable.
So we have a time and a location.
Sounds perfect.
Did your
Yeah.
friend say how many people?
They didn't. They just said they saw, or their brother saw the gray swords there. A number.
If you are feeling unsure about coming into this without certain amounts of information, you can always choose the, let's see, what plan? The stealth plan, and come in a more subtle manner.
I'm rubbish at sneaking around.
I wasn't gonna say it, but yes.
I'm, you know me. I've got all of my equipment, and
I think something that might work is if we want to try and deceive them and think that we want to amend things, build the gap back. Jesse, if you want to say, "Hey, your plan sounds so cool, dude. You aren't a loser. Like, I'll totally put our group together," and then you could easily just get in there. We can get some samples and then just burn the place down or something. I don't know. They could be a ghost for all I care.
I'm very good at that.
You know what always works for me? Groveling. Get you right in that door.
Let's save that as a plan, as a backup plan. Just
We
in
could
case if we all die and then you're the last one, go for it.
We could also offer to purchase some of the product. Like if our more charming members of our group could perhaps arrange some sort of meeting, and then the rest of us go in and take it.
I don't think Baz is going to want to amend things with me.
But
He may have taken a hit on that one, but maybe I could, I don't know, persuade a lower member of the gang.
Perhaps.
Yeah. If
I mean, money talks. If we offer to purchase their product outright,
Money talks.
we need money to talk.
Drinks talk.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sex talks.
By
I
the
got a
way,
skull. That's about as much as I bring. It's
Kenya
fine.
has free drinks for the next 3 nights. It's unescapable, really.
James, do you know who doesn't have free drinks for the next 3 nights?
I was thinking of taking a break anyways.
Yes. Perfect.
I really do indulge too much.
All right. Do we have our plan?
So we gotta
I think we're going to deceive
I'm looking at
the
hold on.
gray swords.
if that's the.
Seems like a good
'Cause I
plan.
don't think we can be social with this.
Mm-mm.
So we are deceiving.
It
Yeah.
seems that way, yes.
Wonderful. And you've provided the method of deception, I believe, which is that Jesse is going to join, or that you are going to try to buy some of the product. Which lie are you going with?
I don't think they're gonna sell us anything because they know that we
Your
can make.
what if your dancer goes and buys some? They want a sample. The first one's normally free.
Oh.
Could offer our club as a hot spot for selling.
Well, no, but we'd want to sell our own.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So we
What?
just want to get the sample. So if they have the one dancer go in and she gets
You
a,
could try and get some.
make sure she
also
just
have
doesn't
to
be addicted
catch
and takes the whole amount of what we need to work off of it. 'Cause I'm sure
Mm.
he needs more than just a small sample to retrace back and make whatever he needs to.
Take.
I did promise we wouldn't tell anyone that we got this information from.
Yes, but
So if it's directly from her, she wouldn't be the one that would have been telling anybody. She's acting on her own accord.
Do they have a club or any like public front that I could send my dancer to?
As of now, they do not.
Called the
They're
Bronze
trying to establish one.
Bronze Peach.
Bronze Peach, our evil competitor.
I just
I'm
drank
sorry, I'm witty. I can't help it. I mean, I can, but I won't.
something.
Yeah,
Fine. I
don't
mean,
stop.
Don't change. Don't change. But maybe look
Never
for whatever-
apologize.
Never.
Okay. So they don't have a public front would be my only concern of where to send her. I don't know that she would know where to go.
So
I mean, if we're
Edgard, Eckard is currently addicted to this drug. He knows who to talk to get some more of this drug.
Then wait.
The
why
problem is that as soon as he gets his hand on it, he's going to want to take it.
What if we take his hands?
You like that?
I
No.
don't though, because he
I
uses
don't know why that
his
wasn't
hands
Oh,
to
that's-
get other hands for me.
Hands.
I've seen people without
Wow.
hands carry
You
a
see-
medicine bag. It's not hard.
You give a man a fish, he eats for a day. You teach a man how to dig up corpses, then you have hands for as long as you need.
And you take away a man's hand, and he brings you
I
drugs.
think
Yes.
I will
That's a pretty
say
easy comparison.
anyone can pick up hands. It's the easiest thing in the world.
I will
Oh, yeah.
say
You,
the
James.
journey from Night Market to the docks takes about an hour, and it's about 3:30 in the morning right now.
Okay.
is it tonight or tomorrow morning? She said tomorrow
morning.
at 6 when so is that this morning?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, in a few hours, basically.
So I don't know that we have time to send her in to get some.
No, we need to go down to the docks. We need to intercept this shipment. We need to
Is-
take half of it and then wreck the rest.
Is anyone up for
There-
disguises?
Is there a way to I know that we have to pick like one way to handle the thing, but is there a way for teams to be doing two things? Like
Absolutely.
is there a way for like me
Sounds
to,
Cool as hell.
me
Yes.
to be like doing a distraction while does that make sense? Like
100%.
deception sides of things?
James, how
Sounds great.
confident are you in just moving as a person and being agile in any form of fashion? All right, so who wants to go with me on the opposite team of James?
Actually,
Hold on, let's see.
is that finesse?
Is that finesse? Because I'm good at that.
I was thinking prowl.
Prowl is more.
I don't
fun.
have.
I got prowl.
I have-
I'm actually pretty good.
Why are you lying to me, man?
I have no
finesse.
idea what I'm doing.
I don't know. Who knows?
I have finesse.
I just did that.
I have neither of those things. I
So-
am good at reading, I'm good at making, and I'm good at wrecking.
I can crochet.
Is there a way to get your? Is there a way to get your contact here
Mine?
so we can figure out where? No.
Oh.
Eckard.
Eckard.
I took notes.
Do I know where Eckard lives?
You do. He lives.
Is it on the
right
way?
next to the Night Market.
Oh, there you go.
You'd have to go
Hey,
back a bit, but it wouldn't be too far.
Doc, what's the time frame on somebody bleeding out from losing hands? Just as a backup.
It's a very good question.
It's
It's
very,
a
very quick, unless you
If
get
we,
in there
like-
and cauterize it.
Carterize it, like cut, Carter, boom, run.
You
Drug
have
things?
roughly 8 minutes or so until you die.
How fast?
Uh,
are you?
That's a pretty good
Making
window.
sure all of our options are open. I don't want to leave anything off the table.
Sarah, question.
Yes.
What, we had to pick a crew to help us with
Absolutely.
things. How does that go into the plans as far as us planning things?
So
We are
it
the
es-
hawkers.
It establishes you are hawkers, so it establishes exactly what you are, and it does give you a little.
Ooh.
You are able to have certain special abilities. I just gave you guys the default ability that you get with this, and
Okay.
that is
Silver tongue?
Silver Tongues. Each PC may add a +1 action rating to command, consort, or sway.
Oh,
Which we should have been using. Yes.
Oh,
Will?
Okay, so
That's really good.
so with our crew,
Everyone is pretty good
deception
at.
is pretty good.
Now, just
so
so
maybe we should just kill him. I don't know.
Talk our way out of it.
again,
Yeah.
another rules thing for me, just so I'm clear. A +1 is just adding to the result, not another dice.
Yes.
Okay,
Cool.
perfect. That's
Okay.
really good.
Yeah. So that makes us better at
Everything.
what would be deception, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we did a team thing, so deception instead of
We're going in.
yeah, it would be deception. So how do we want to do that, friends? Which avenue are we taking?
I know two things: disguises
or-
and pit traps. That's it. That's all I've got.
How did you know that? Where is that on your sheet?
I don't know.
You
I pulled
Pit
pranks
trap.
as a kid. No, that's from the show.
Oh, right.
I was like,
Okay, I was
That's all they do.
Definitely not based on.
They either have a giant robot or they dig holes.
Yeah, they
Yeah, we are really good at pit traps and drag.
do. Hollow because you can fly really far away.
Pretty much.
We also have a cat. We didn't mention that, but we do have a cat.
Maybe one of us could be a drifter or someone looking for a new high.
Is that the depiction
This is
of
the
somebody looking for a new high?
This is the signal for drugs.
Honestly, I'm so moved by your compassion for this role. I honestly think you should take it.
Ha! All right.
I can, if you're feeling unable to pass the test of appearing to be a junkie, I can definitely administer some things that will
God, no.
give you a very, very convincing appearance as a junkie.
First rule of owning a debt of sin: do not overindulge in the sin yourself. You'll go bankrupt.
No. It would be merely to create some side effects.
How good is
Sallow appearance, dark eyes, very foul smell on the breath, jitters, that sort of thing.
Excuse me.
It would be an aid in a disguise. It is not a drug itself. I mean, I
have a pretty good disguise.
Not only am I the owner of the company, but I also use them myself, and I'm gonna show you.
You pull out your own merchandise.
All of my tinctures inside of my
Do you have any
coat.
bodies of people who recently used that drug available?
I have a blood sample from Eckerd, but it would take me a while to analyze it for any purpose.
My other thought was that if we found someone who's addicted to the drugs and they didn't want to cooperate, we could also just take their face and use that as a disguise.
That is true. Eckerd has. I have
I
told
fucked
Eckerd that
up.
I wanted to help.
How
him.
did we get here?
My
Eckerd
life is
asked-
very wrong.
Eckerd asked for my help.
To resolve situations. I don't know what's weird about this for you guys.
The face thing you said just
the
now.
face thing. Oh god.
I want to take his face.
How? Oh, okay. Are we sending my dancer? Are we sending James and I?
I think we are going in.
Oh,
So
At least
Jesse
I'm
and
going.
James are going in unless you don't feel confident with that team, and then Hugh and I are gonna go make things disappear or explode. One of the two.
Ooh, the explosion's a good distraction. I like that.
if you can get a sample and then just ruin the rest of the supply however you feel fit.
If I could interrupt this conversation very quickly.
Yeah.
Wonderful things are happening. Another game mechanic of Blades in the Dark is something called clocks, or
Oh no.
Oh no,
Chart.
this is bad.
Oh shit.
When we go into our score, and sometimes beforehand, I will employ something called a clock, which is a round circle that gets filled in as I am keeping track of what my marvelous party is doing. Right now, I have 1 clock active and 2 clocks waiting to become active, and I will let the party know, just for our party's edification as well as our lovely viewers so they understand how this works. Right now, I have the time until shipment clock filled out halfway,
That filled with
and
shipment is
I have successful deception and guard suspicion clocks ready to go.
Oh god.
So these clocks are things that I will be filling as our players continue.
I'm
Great.
ready
Yes,
for
you
this.
have half of your clock left until the shipment.
Do I know how to get in contact with Baz?
I feel that he's made it very difficult to contact him, but it is not impossible.
James, are we pretending to be someone else, or are we going in guns a-blazing?
I did do a bit of theater, so if you want to send me in, okay.
Alone?
God, no, not alone. What are you, crazy?
You made it really seem like you were going to go in alone.
No.
Very confident.
We would live on in
You
your
and
memory.
I.
No.
You and I going to deceive and them going to shipment.
Shh, that's fine. I just don't want to be alone.
Are we going as ourselves, or are we...
I'm
Yes, he knows me so
Again,
well.
we probably
as-
have faces in the back if you
not.
need
Then
them.
you should be the drug-addicted one.
I'm
If he
sorry.
knows you so well. I'm just saying maybe the disguise shouldn't be put on me.
Are we deceiving as different people, or are we attempting to deceive as if we are interested in business?
Interested in business.
So we stay ourselves.
That's fine. We'll do that one.
Perfect.
Okay.
How
so
can I
are
get in
you...
contact with Bass? What would I
I
roll?
think that you would have to roll a sway on Niren for her to find him again.
And we don't have a lot of
Okay.
time.
You do
So
not
if
have
we're
a lot.
trying to if we're trying to intercept the shipment at the butt crack of dawn at the docks, do we want to take the time to actually try to interface with Baz?
We could
Or do
also
we
go
just
get,
want to go down there as like interested parties and
your
skip
buddy
Baz
here,
completely?
just go on a rampage in there, just trying to take as much as he can. If we bring him right to the supply, that's another way to destroy it. If you're not really compassionate about this guy, he can kind of cut it, just going crazy on some of those drugs while we take what we
Bring
can.
him.
He can just be the distraction on its own.
So what if we do? James and I go intent on distracting the people at the dock. We let our rampage friend out, and you guys grab or explode everything.
That's perfect.
Correct.
I don't
Hopefully
think
both.
we need. I don't think we need Eckert if you are providing a distraction.
Nope. That's
All right.
perfect.
And he is the best at what he does. and
Also,
I
the
need him
explosions are
to
good.
I
continue
understand.
to do it.
You still
Doing
want your
drugs.
hands. I get it.
All right.
Maybe make
We
a
have a
new
plan?
one.
We go.
I think that's the plan.
We'll go.
All
We'll
right,
go.
give me the one sentence descriptor of this plan.
Good, Jesse.
James and Jesse are going to intercept any of the members on the dock that they see to distract. The other two are going to attempt to grab some of the shipment and then either contaminate or explode it.
Fantastic. Okay, so you all make your way out of the night market. You walk through Charter Hall, the government district, through the tall government buildings, the beautifully elegant shops that maybe one day you would be able to have the money and the luxury to afford. And you find yourselves right at about 5:45, reaching the docks. And what greets you
Oh no.
in my map that I have,
Ooh.
you see a fairly large port. It's got about, it looks almost like a boardwalk. It stretches far along the edges of the city. However, you know that the shipment is going along the south side of this port, and so you head along that way, and you see 6 members of the Grey Sword. 3 of them are standing around watch, and the other 3 appear to be carrying boxes in from a ship.
I have a really quick question, Sarah.
Absolutely.
We said that we pick stuff out of our inventory when we decide what the heist deal is.
Yes.
Have we done that already?
You can do that right now because I am about to roll your engagement roll.
Cool.
Because
So-
it said on the thing, because we talked about that before, there's like one section that's kind of gray, and then there's the other one that's like the same page, the same color as the page. Is that like always with you, or is it just whatever that list is, take with of the numbers that you check?
I think that may just be an aesthetic choice on the page.
Okay.
Choice.
But
It's just
yes.
approved, but okay.
So how many of those things do we get? Is it a weight thing?
Yes.
What is it?
So it is a weight thing, and I will explain this to our watchers as well. Every playbook gets a certain amount of equipment. It's equipment that they always have on them, and when they go out on a heist, they are allowed to choose a certain amount of equipment to take with them. They can take as much equipment as they'd like, but anything more than 3 items, and they are no longer light carrying, they are normal carrying. Up until 5 items, they are normal carrying, and up until, 6 items, they are heavy carrying. And once you are carrying heavy or more, you are extremely encumbered, stealth becomes virtually impossible, and you can't really do much besides walk. Not a lot
Okay.
of assault or violence will be going on.
How does the armor mechanic work?
The
Because we
armor
have that
mechanic,
choice
if
in our
you
equipment.
have armor in your equipment and you would like to bring it, then you can check it off and then check off that you are using.
Okay. Cool. I just wanted to make sure.
Absolutely.
And it's Can you repeat the number for me again? 3 is no encumbrance.
3 is light. Yep, no encumbrance. Up to 5 is normal. 6 is heavy.
Okay.
You guys have armor as an option? Oh, okay, never mind.
I
was
do,
like, wait, you could be protected?
Some
I
of them
also really hope that yours also has demolition tools, because I do.
Oh, okay, yeah. I saw that too. Okay.
Okay, I was like, because you said explode
I
things, so I was
don't
like, I
know.
hope that's there.
I have ectoplasm. I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't know.
And Sarah, you and I had a brief conversation. I can add a couple things that aren't on that list.
Absolutely. And when
Okay.
you are going to use them, just tell me what they do and we'll have some fun.
Oh, cool.
Um,
It's just a bag of hands.
um,
that you
oh,
use for people.
My
Plan to
God.
begin. You were already holding out. Because they're hands. You hold- Okay, sorry.
Heck yeah. Alright. I think I'm good to go. I just don't know what one of these things
Everyone
does.
ready?
yeah, I
Ooh,
was
what
looking
is
up
the
what
thing?
some of them do.
I
I
think
was
it's
gonna guess.
I think it's a me specific thing. It's
I'm sure.
vial of slumber essence.
Sounds like you could make somebody go to sleep.
I have a trance powder.
Sounds like
What-
you could put somebody into a trance.
I've also got whiskey.
What does a fine spirit mask do?
That I have no idea.
I'll make it up.
If you Google it, there's like a bunch of things under
Oh,
that.
thanks.
If you Google it, it's got a website that tells you what it is.
That's awesome.
That is lovely.
Trinks.
Okay.
It's a wiki for games.
Thanks.
Who knew? Yeah, because I was doing the same thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you. Alright, I'm ready to go.
So, as we check off equipment, we are about to go into the true score, which starts with an engagement roll. And an engagement roll starts with 1 die for sheer luck. I'm rolling with my skull die because the threat of death is always. And then I look at the surrounding situation dice accordingly. This will determine how the heist starts. Is it very desperate? Is it controlled? Or is it risky? So I'm looking here at the major advantages and disadvantages. I would say that this is a particularly bold heist that you're going for. It's not in your turf, so I will add 1 die. It is not overly complex, though you're verging on it, so I won't take away a die. And the plan's detail does hit your enemy where they're the weakest, so I will add 1 more die. So I will be rolling 3 dice to see how you will do at the beginning of this score.
Ack.
Hack. Oh no.
All ones.
Okay.
That looked like a bad look.
You approach, and as James and Jesse approach these 6 members that are hawking and working and keeping guard, one of them looks up at you and goes, "Hey, what are you doing?" They're not attacking you yet, but they do look fairly suspicious.
Are we well known?
Do they know what we look like? Any sense of recognition?
No, they don't recognize you.
Okay.
It's also pretty dark.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna figure out what I want to do with this.
I'm gonna give you the lead because I'm fucking terrified.
Don't you know who I am?
Lady. Lady on the docks.
Oh god.
And he kind of lowers his sword in a defensive position.
Sword? Oh Jesus.
These guys are armed.
Yeah.
No one's supposed to be on the docks. You should get going.
I was told to be here for business. Is Baz intending to make me wait? She's going to sway. I think that's the right one. You influence, guile, charm, or argument. Argue a compelling case. So she's lying.
Oh.
I will say that this is risky,
Okay.
Because they've been given specific orders by Baz, and so any deviation, they're not very intelligent, and it will freak them out.
Okay, so I have 2 sway in this.
You do.
And
And
what
you'll
do I
add
get for the crew?
So if you have 2, then you will roll 3 dice, and you add a +1 to the highest roll.
To whatever the roll is?
Mhm.
Okay. Cool. Do you want me to roll that now?
Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, hallelujah, praise Jesus. 5 + 1. Right?
A
I added
6.
the highest one? Okay.
Yep. Okay. This guard, he looks very suspicious for one moment, and then he says, "You know, Bez."
Very well.
Does you know Baz?
James backing up. I love
That's the
this.
+1.
Are we all here together with you, or is it just you?
You
two
guys, I
folks?
think,
We
have
went
broken off.
forward. You guys went towards the...
Let's,
Yeah, so there are
the
3
group.
guards that are standing kind of about 20 feet in front of the ship, and then there are 3 lackeys who are unloading the boxes about 20 feet behind from the ship.
And
It's
these
up to
two are
you where
engaging. These two
They're
are
engaging
engaging
the
with
3
the
in
front
the
one.
front who are the guards, yes.
I'm going to grab my creepy friend here by the elbow, and we're just going to maybe scooch around the long
Do you
way.
have the explosives, or did you need me to bring those?
I don't think we need any explosives, but
Oh, that changes things. Okay, let me fix that. But yeah, we're going.
I
We're
mean,
going.
explosives are great. I'm not bringing any explosives.
Okay, I mean, all right, I'll figure it out. I'll take it.
Bring what you want.
If you are scooching around, I'm going to have you guys make a prowl roll.
Cool.
Ooh, prowl.
That's great.
What is your rating for that?
I don't prowl.
So, my
Uh,
prowl has a 1, so I roll 2 dice. Take the higher.
and I rolled 2 dice
Yes.
and take the lower.
Yes.
I rolled a 6 and a 5.
So wait,
Not bad.
and what do we add 1s to? For the
A command, consort, or sway.
Oh, never mind. I rolled 2 5s. So
Okay, you both get a 5. Yeah, these guys aren't too smart. They do not see you coming. And as you sneak around, yeah, the one guard goes, "She knows Bez. What do you want?"
I'm not talking to you.
Better get Baz.
Huh? Bez isn't here.
Then that's Baz's problem.
Oof.
Or yours.
It's my problem.
I'm sorry, so do you have a name?
Judd?
Judd, is it? Nice. We expected to be speaking to Baz, and this is quite frankly an insult.
Go ahead and roll me a command.
I actually have that! Yes! I'm spoiled!
And you get to add 1 to it.
7!
I see.
7. There's not even a number for that.
I get the +1 from the
Yeah.
group, right?
He looks
Yeah.
strangely. He is armed with a sword, and his 2 friends are armed with swords. But he looks terrified, and he turns to his friend and he goes, "All right, go get Bez." And the dude takes off running. Meanwhile, our 2 sneaky friends are sneaking very well. Is there anything that you want to do?
What's the plan, Hugh? You kind of just pulled me, and I was just like, okay, I thought we were going with them, but that's fine too. What's up?
Well, we're going to go intercept this shipment. We're going to take some of it and make the rest of it unusable or
Gotcha.
destroyed
And,
in some way.
Can I track the path that the lackeys that are loading and offloading are taking? Either study as an option to kind of see what their habits are and kind of gauge them.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make a roll for it.
Can I help him? Is helping?
You
an
can help
aid
him.
thing?
I will say, since he's pretty good at it, you will only take 1 stress in order to help him. I am going to take a pause really quickly to explain stress to our viewers really quickly. A big mechanic in Blades of the Dark is something called stress. You can take stress to avoid a bad outcome, to help a friend, mostly things like that. But the sneaky thing about stress is that if you take too much of it, you will get something called trauma. 1 point of trauma will take you permanently out of the current heist. You'll wake up shaky and you'll have a condition that you'll have to play with going forward. If you take, during a longer campaign, 4 trauma, you are out of the game for good. You have to retire that character. So a lot of Blades in the Dark is managing stress so that you do not get high levels of trauma. You can manage your stress through something called vices, which each of my lovely players have chosen something as their personal vice with which to manage their stress. But to get back to it, Hubert, you may take 1 stress if you would like to help your friend.
Okay.
I have a 1 in study as well, so do I just take an extra die to that with the help?
Yep, so you'll roll 3 dice and take the highest one.
Sweet. I got a 6. So I rolled a 3, 4, and a 6. So
Wonderful. Okay, so as you are studying and kind of watching the way that these lackeys take in this shipment, you see that they are actually taking the boxes and carrying them into a kind of nondescript building about 300 yards away.
Cool. Is there enough of a pattern where there'd be a break between, like, where the boxes would be unattended? Or is there always going to be at least one person there, possibly?
Usually there is at least one person there because this is, a big score for them, so they're being very careful. But if you were able to cause some kind of distraction or some kind of outside thing that would make them all go into the building that they're carrying the boxes into, you would probably be able to get the shipment by itself.
Well, I have a variety of concoctions here that can cause all sorts of different effects. I have some stuff that can be quite stinky. I have some things that could make people become violently ill and start retching or pass out or start hallucinating, all sorts of fun things. I was planning on sprinkling some of that stuff all over the goods that we're not taking with us. But does any of that sound helpful or useful or interesting?
Well, if we're trying to get them to stay in the building, and we need to take a couple of boxes, if we figure out a way to keep them in the building once they go in there, that might be a possible way to set that up. We don't necessarily have to use the explosives on the boxes, but if we destroy the building they're going into, that might stop them as well. Maybe cause like a cave-in at the door so they can't get out that same way, and that way we can just take what we want and leave.
I can certainly break the door locks so the doors will not open.
That would work too. I have a pretty weird item I found at a fair a few years back. It's a ghost key. I believe, I didn't look any of this up, but if I place this into a door, it'll lock the door using spiritual powers. Does that sound like something that's a feasible object that would exist in this world?
That does sound like an object that would exist in this world.
Dope. So I could also just lock them in.
Where did you get that? That's fascinating. I want one.
It was a really cool fair. It was called IKEA. It was in a different area. It's pretty cool though. Not sponsored yet.
Ghost key. So you mean G-O with the umlaut S-T-T.
Ghost key.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
The native way is a ghost key.
Yes. Okay. That's okay.
It's really hard to put together. It's really, the instructions are not clear.
Yes, they don't have any words at all. It's just pictures of a little man.
I mean, for a key, you don't really need many pictures, but you would think at least like how it's supposed to go in the door would make sense, because it's not how you think.
Okay, so we need them all to go in at the same time so they can stay in there and we can lock them in. How do we get all of them to go at the same time?
If something's stinky, they'd probably want to go inside and not stay out directly where it is. So if we put something stinky where the door is, that might let them stay inside until it goes away, until it disappears.
But one of them is always outside is the problem.
So
there's only like 2 inside. I can definitely make it very unpleasant to the point where they will feel like they have to retch.
Well, they'd probably want to retch inside if they have plumbing. Is that a thing in this town? Who knows? Maybe they do. They have like a really good...
There's guns. There's toilets.
Yeah. I don't know. This
a
is the
good
Wild
point.
West.
The heights of civilization.
Guns and toilets.
Guns and toilets. Yeah, no, but that sounds fine. So, is it something we throw? Do we have to put it up there ourselves? How does that work?
It will aerosol. I will toss a little vial, and it will.
Sounds like a plan.
Yes.
I'll go get next to the door and stay there until they're all in, or should we wait until they go in then walk up?
I think that if you wait over by the buildings, and I come by and weaponize the stinkiness, and then you can wait for the one that's remaining to run into the building, and then you can, since you'll already be there, quickly come and lock the door.
Sounds like a plan. And I'll pull down. It's kind of hard to see because all my hair is there, but I have a fine spirit mask that I have that kind of looks like a witch doctor mask that I'll just pull over and just start walking down the street so you can't see my face. But what it does, because I looked it up, this one I studied, it gives me an increase to the effect of attuning. So when I go use that ghost key, maybe that'll help. But
Fantastic.
I'm just going to walk with a cool little witch doctor mask and just walk over towards the door inconspicuously.
Okay. So
Let me know when it's found.
you inconspicuously walk towards this door. You're trying to not be seen by these people who are walking in and out, or you are okay with being seen?
I mean, okay being seen, but I'm doing my own thing, so I'm not like I'm walking directly at the door. It's like there was a corner, here's where the door is, I'm just walking like in this general area. So like they may see me, but I'm not going out to be like, hey, I want to talk to you or I want to do something.
Okay. For this, I am going to say I'm going to make this a little funky. I'm going to have you roll for finesse, which is kind of a sleight of hand roll. So I'm kind of making you do a roll to look nonchalant.
I don't look very nonchalant, so
You look very chalant.
I look very chalant. All right. So I have nothing in finesse, so I'm just going to roll 1.
Hey, well, no, you would roll 2 and take the lowest one.
Oh, yes,
You can do that, or I'll give you an extra die for a devil's bargain.
And devil's bargain is I take 6 stress.
Devil's bargain is I give you a outcome that may not be positive. I can give that outcome to you. I can tell you what it is, and you can decide.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Let me know.
So yes, for the audience, a devil's bargain, any player can add 1 die to their roll, but it will introduce a consequence that will come into play later. So you can add this die, but if you are successful in this, even though you look nonchalant, these guards will associate that fine spirit mask that you have on with something bad happening and will immediately be suspicious of it. You will not be able to wear this mask around any member of the Grey Sword without rousing their suspicion.
Oh, shit.
Gotcha. Okay. Is it worth it? Let me work it. No, it's not. I'll just take the regular roll.
Okay.
Come on, buddy.
So 2, take the lowest.
Let go.
Now,
The 2 and a 6.
Now I have a question because there's something I wanted to do, but I don't know how the mechanics of it would work.
Absolutely.
As the spider, I have an advantage or an ability called Foresight, which 2 times during any score I can assist another player without paying stress. But I don't know how that would work with them being in a different place. I feel like I wouldn't be able to help them. This game's different.
Go ahead and roll me a survey roll to see if you see what he's doing.
God. That's bad.
I'll say that there's no risk to this. It's just you being able to see.
Okay.
You rolled 2?
I rolled 2, take the lower, I got a 4.
Okay.
Feel free to say no.
I'll say
curious.
that you are able to see him and help him. Yes. So Matt, you're able to roll 1 more die. So that is 1 use.
That's a 1. So no.
Oh no!
You earned that devil's bargain.
You can't look nonchalant for whatever you do.
It's working though. It's
Wearing a witch doctor mask. I can't imagine.
Right.
It's worth it. I got a
So
plan.
you,
That's awesome.
you're walking, trying to be very and nonchalant, just like, oh, I belong here, Dr. Mask. And one of the men who's carrying the boxes stops and looks at you and goes, what are you doing here?
Oh, hey, I'm just walking. You also are walking. That's pretty cool. What do you have in those boxes?
None of your business.
Okay.
What's it to ya?
You talk to me, so this isn't how conversations work. You don't just ask me to answer a bunch of stuff and then just think nothing's gonna happen. Have you talked to people before? You seem to do a lot of thoughts.
How many of them? Do I see what's happening?
Yeah, you can see what's happening.
Okay. How many people is he talking to right now?
Just one.
So what I want to try and do, if I can, since I have my mask on and that increases the effect of attuning, what I want to try and do is use my special ability, Compel, to the ghost field and force a nearby spirit to appear and obey a command that I give it. And I would like to try and command a spirit to possess the person that's talking to me.
What the fuck is this game?
Oh, yeah!
So I'm going to be talking to him in the mask and be like, yeah, you do a lot of walking. Hey, can you possess him really quick? And then just...
Okay. Roll for attune.
Okay, so I have 2 to attune, so that means...
Right, and you use your skill, so do you add an extra dice from that?
Okay, I mean, sure, if you want me to. I don't know. It doesn't say anything. I have 2 dice, or 2 there, so 2 dots would normally mean I roll 3. With the bonus, that means I roll 4 dice.
Yeah.
And what?
I got a 6, 5, 3, and 4, so 6.
Fantastic. Did you have a question, Sean?
I didn't know what kind of roll this was because we get a +1 on.
It's
a tune, and you
Gotcha.
have command, consort, and sway.
Siri.
But he got a 6. No, you're all good. So all of a sudden, a ghost just straight up shoots out of the ground, and he goes, "Yeah, what do you want?"
Hey, possess that guy and make him walk in that door and say that, hey, something's important, distract him for a minute, talk. I don't care. I just gotta lock that door behind you, so just do that for me.
Hell yeah, brother. And he
Later, man.
goes into...
Is that Macho Man?
I can neither confirm nor deny any of my impressions may be pulled from pop culture.
Perfect.
So he goes into this lackey, and you see the lackey stiffen for a second, and there's a brief fight that you can kind of see in his eyes, and then his whole body relaxes, and he goes,
what you get for asking questions to just a dude walking down the street inconspicuously. Now go.
I was walking weird. All right, I'm gonna go in there.
I'll take, keep the box. Yeah, do that. Keep going.
The box?
Yeah, you can take it in there. That's fine.
All right, and he goes inside.
All right, and then I'll walk behind him, not to where when the door opens, I'll just be to the side. And when he opens the door, it'll close, and I'll stick the ghost key in it, and I'll stick it in the hinges. I don't know, that's a ghost key. It may be doing something funky.
Now, only one of them is inside right now. There's still 2 outside. Do you want to?
Oh, okay. I thought the one that was outside was the 2 were already in there, and the one that was outside is the one that saw me.
I think Hubert is about to deploy their spooky thing.
Okay.
Correct? If
That's
I
the
understood
case.
this plan.
Yes.
I would convince the guy to, when the guys come back in, talk to them and make them distracted in the building. So that's all. That's fine. Keep going.
Okay.
And then I'll post up.
Yeah, he'll keep whoever is inside the building. He'll keep them distracted while Hubert is doing what they're doing.
Cool.
Yeah. Go ahead, Hubert.
So I'm going to kind of just to get a good picture, is this like a ship that they're offloading these crates from? Is it like a barge? Is it a shipping container?
It appears that they have gotten all of the boxes off of the ship, and they are stacked now, and they are carrying them from there into the building.
How many boxes?
10.
Is there a way that I can walk kind of back around the boxes to the other side where I might not be seen so clearly?
The way that this specific port works, it's not like a dock that goes out like a wooden pier. It's one of the ones that sinks into the ground, so you get what I'm saying. It is a direct port into the water, and there are a couple of steps down into that direct port, so you could go down in through the dock and back up.
I would like to come around the backside where I would be less
Absolutely.
likely to be detected.
You already rolled for prowl, so you can keep that roll.
Cool. So I'm going to go back around. I'm going to, out of my bag, I'm going to pull out my gas mask and put it on. I'm going to take from my bandolier basically like a little vial that I have tinkered in just a specific way to break open and then aerosol whatever the contents
And
of it are.
right before this happens, because there's been time passing while our lovely compatriot has been deceiving guards and possessing them with ghosts, we are going to go back to Jesse and James. This guard is standing, and he's like, Basil will be here soon. And
hope so.
right as he says that, the guard comes around the corner with a familiar face. There's this tall man. He looks grizzled. He has a scar down his face. And he carries a sword on one side and a gun on the other. And he comes and he says, Jesse.
Baz?
James.
Not the place.
Not yet.
Bit of a reaction. It's a reaction. I'm sorry.
Perfect time. Perfect time.
Not the person I really wanted to see here.
You're not the person I wanted to see in my club. Did you think I wouldn't notice?
What can I say? I like the girls.
Did you ask if they liked you?
Pay enough, you don't really have to care, do you?
So,
What are you doing around my shipment?
what were you doing with my girl?
Fucking her.
Cool.
He's a
Happy to take your money. Happy to take your money. I want to know what exactly you've been moving through my club without my permission.
Club yet?
Really? There was someone strung up on it. Whatever it is.
Where my clients decide to go is of no concern to me.
I'm supposed to believe that you haven't sold it inside my club.
Here's the thing, Jesse. You're on my turf right now.
Yes?
And I don't take too kindly to it.
I thought you wanted to talk business. Isn't that what you told me before?
I think that the time for business between you and I has concluded.
I think
So he is a difficult customer. You're gonna have to do something to get any kind of positive reaction from him.
Okay. Okay. 1 second to look at it.
He doesn't need them.
He doesn't what?
need them.
So got his hands off. He doesn't need them. I was miming it though, for comedic effect.
Yeah, you see
I
that
would
his
love
hand
some
is
hands.
resting on his gun.
Huh.
Uselessly.
Let's see. You really don't see any value in us doing business together? You still don't have a public front. You don't want to move your product a little faster?
Now, that's the most interesting thing you've said this whole time.
Maybe you haven't been listening.
And go ahead and roll to consort.
That's I have. Okay, is that consort or sway?
You can make an argument for me. Consort is speaking with individuals that you know. Here, let me click into it really quick so that I can give you the exact.
Yeah, it said you socialize with friends and contacts, and then sway is you influence with guile, charm, or argument. I didn't know which one that.
Sure, yeah, go for sway.
Okay, so that's I would normally roll 3 dice.
Absolutely, and I am going to say that since this is your enemy, this is a desperate situation. So things will go bad if this roll does not go well.
Cool, and it's 3 dice because I have 2 in it, right? And then it's the +1 for the crew.
Absolutely. You can also take 2 stress and add a die.
I will assist.
Yay!
Yeah.
James! Does that mean I add a die with no stress?
Yeah, I assist you without any stress.
Cool.
Okay,
So I'm
and that
rolling
is
4 of
your
those.
last use of that assist.
That's I'm done.
Come on, baby. That would be a 6 + 1.
Fantastic.
Now it's a critical success if there's 2 6s, correct?
Yeah, you'd have to roll 2
Okay.
6s. The rest were 4s in
I
it.
didn't know that.
You see him consider this for a long moment. And then the hand that is resting on his gun relaxes. And he says, "Never thought I'd see the day where you actually would want to do business with me."
Me either.
All right, let's talk terms. And as you do this, let's cut back to our friend Hubert.
Okay. So these 2 guys are right in front of the crates.
Mm-hmm.
So the boat, is the boat still here next to the dock? Is there
The boat is
anybody
still
on the
there.
boat?
There is crew there, but they do not look to be members of the Grey Sword.
Are there any other close boats that are unattended?
There's I'm gonna roll a fortune die for this. Just
Ooh, what's that?
What does
Something
that mean?
So I, as a GM, can roll, which is things like this. I just roll a die to see if you're lucky, and there is something there. I'm gonna say that I'll put 2 dice to it because I feel like this is there's probably another ship there. All right. That's a 4. There is a very small trade ship next to it. Probably could fit a crew of 10 people.
Okay. Just wanted to know. Wonderful. So I am going to gas mask ready. Get my little, I guess, vial firing contraption and kind of pop over the top of the crates and go pew. And I want it to land right in between them and break open on the dock. And so what this concoction, it smells very, very bad. Immediately your mouth goes completely dry. Your breath becomes very foul. You start sweating profusely. Your pulse starts to flutter. You become very, very sick to your stomach, dizzy, and then you just start puking.
Okay. And what's the radius for this?
I just made it up, so I'm guessing
1,000
I don't know,
feet.
1,000 feet,
City.
like 20. I mean, aerosol. So it starts out a concentrated area and then it goes out. So I'd say it probably loses its effectiveness within like 20 feet,
Right.
25 feet.
17 Constitution save.
Yeah, so I'll say that very strong within a 20-foot radius. It's less strong at about 50 feet, and then at a 100-foot radius, it's completely
It's like gone.
God, powerful.
Yes. So you break this, and the two guys who are about to pick up boxes go, "Oh, what's and they not good. They immediately start hacking and retching, and they stumble towards away from the direction. One of them has the foresight to pick up one of the boxes and try to run with it, but they do run into the building where Thistle is waiting.
Oh, no, wait, stop. Hold on. All right.
Stop, help.
Lock the door with my ghost key. I think this one's it. No, it's this one. All right, door's locked. All right, let's go. We can go do it now.
All
Okay,
right,
it smells pretty bad. Do you have like an anti spray or something for it? 'Cause I know you have a gas mask, but this is literally it's just for
Nah,
ghost stuff.
just stay back for
All right, I'll hold my
a
breath. It's
couple
fine.
minutes. Just a couple minutes. So, so this little trade ship here, is this like a motor ship?
A motor ship, you said?
Yeah, like does it have a motor or is it sails?
Wind powered. Yep.
Pedal
sails.
boat. Oh man.
Okay. Wind power.
And as you do this, it's very effective. And Baz whips around and sees his men react viscerally and turns back to our friends Jesse and James and says, "Now you wouldn't have anything to do with this, would you?"
No.
And
We've been here the whole time.
As his hand tightens back onto his gun, we are going to go to break.
Yay.
Oh shit!
Oh no.
All right.
Oh no.
Fuck!
All right,
How'd you
guys,
do this?
stick
Wait.
around. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
We'll be back.
There it is. Seamless transition. I'm so good at this.
Amazing.
You have the
Welcome
power.
back, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to
Welcome in.
Roundtable. Welcome in. When we last left our spooky boys, I was gonna say vile villains, but that's taken.
Yeah.
They had just recently set off a very potent stink bomb in front of the main leader of the rival gang, the Grey Sword. And so we are just gonna jump right back into it. Baz's hand tightly on his gun, ready to draw. Wouldn't have anything to do with that, would you?
No, but is your product any good? Because it looks like it's not.
I'm sorry, are you trying to distract me right now? Because
No.
I know my product is fucking good. You can't tell me it's not fucking good.
Then why is that person throwing up?
It looks
I don't
sick.
know. Why are they?
Why do you think I know? This isn't my turf.
You should ask Jed, was it? Jed? Yes, we can.
Judd.
Sorry, I don't really care. We were standing here the whole time, so.
Yeah.
He looks at Judd, and Judd goes, "They said they were here to see you. They said you were gonna be here." And he turns to you and he says, "Now,
A little white lie. Well, we've got some things to discuss, so it's.
Would you have come otherwise?
the person who poses the biggest threat to my current operations is at the dock where I happen to be transporting something that is very important to me. Yeah, I think I would have come no matter what."
That is so sweet that I am actually your number one competitor. I really do appreciate it.
Wrong.
Yes, but it's still nice to hear, isn't it?
All right, I'm just about done with this. And he pulls his
I thought we were
revolver.
talking.
Is he gonna shoot us?
He is ready to attack. He has not attacked you yet.
Put the gun down and let's talk terms.
Please.
I didn't set off any sort of any.
We'll even go with you.
I'll stand here. You can watch me.
We'll stand here.
Okay,
I'm swaying?
you are. Before you do that, Hubert, what's going on with you?
Okay, so the dudes are gone. How far away is this happening?
About 20 feet.
20 feet. Baz, two other dudes.
The two other dudes, yes, the two other guards.
Okay. So can I use my rec to blow dart a couple of syringes at some of these guys to make them go sleepy time?
I do not think wreck would be the mechanic that you were using. Be skirmish, probably, because wreck is terrible violence or force, and skirmish is more of a targeted attack or hunt.
Or hunt.
It's an ability to wreck people, and I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could I, since I am a physiker, can I incorporate my special ability into that at all?
Sure.
Because I'm trying to do this in a very medical, clinical way. Okay. So would I add a die to that?
Absolutely.
So-
If you also need dice, I can offer you a devil's bargain.
Well, I would, sure. Tell me about this devil's bargain.
You can do this, but Baz's attention will be immediately drawn.
Will be immediately drawn to me. What do y'all think I should do?
Are you gonna hit Baz or are you hitting the
I
lackey?
wanted to shoot Baz and possibly the other two guys. Just like
Right. I will say that you can hit two before suspicion is aroused, but the third one will have an opportunity to dodge your attack. So choose which two you want to hit first.
Or just like straight up 3 into Baz, just knock him out. That's the only we care
Like
about.
taking down a silverback.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's bad. So how about I am definitely going to try to hit Baz twice then, and I will
Okay.
take your devil's bargain.
He's gonna know what's this in my neck.
Yeah.
What?
So then how many dice do I get to roll? So if I add my physicker thing and
So the physicker, you have nothing in this stat, correct?
correct.
So the physicker would just make it that you roll 2 and take the highest, and the devil's bargain gives you a 3rd die.
Okay, cool. Doing it. Oh yeah, baby. A 6, a 5, and a 1.
Nice.
Fantastic. Okay, so you shoot out these syringes. My God.
They're darts.
They're deadly.
They're kind of like a blow dart gun, like you would use for tranquilizing animals.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, you shoot them out. 2 of them lodge directly in Baz's back, and he has his gun drawn, and he's like, "I'm 1 second away from," and he just straight up falls over. The other guy kind of looks back. He wasn't hit as much, and he goes, "Ow," and then falls over. And the third spins around and is like, "Who was that?" And he is now actively looking for you. I'm going to roll a
The one near us?
survey.
Yeah, the one near you.
Then yeah, while he's looking.
Mhm.
Can I roll for this? But
You
I
wanna roll
have a trance powder.
I was
Says
gonna
a
say-
glittering blue powder induces a pleasant hypnotic trance when inhaled. I'm gonna get this guy high as fuck.
Yeah, well, I definitely think you should do that because I just 2 6s. He immediately spots Hubert.
Cool.
It's Dr. Huey.
She has like a
Hi.
little, she has like a hidden
there.
pouch on like you know, like those like garters that go. She like has one like in the dress that's all slit up, just a little further, a little pouch. And James looks away. And she's gonna take
Sorry.
out the powder and just blow it at his face.
And he's turning around and he's like, "I see you."
Oh, I see everything.
Oh.
You can see the music.
I see.
He's in Inception.
Sound.
Galaxy brains really quickly, and he's just like standing there, and he stares up at you and he goes, "What are you doing here?"
I'm your new boss. And she give me your sword.
All right.
She takes the sword.
Nice. Okay, and as of now, there's nobody around but you guys.
Grab some boxes. Grab some boxes. Come on, come on.
Should
Cool.
we take
I
that
will
ship
say,
over there
though-
and bring it around?
There's no bringing around. We have to go.
Oh yeah,
No.
we're just
The
gonna.
remaining guards that are stuck in this building, they are fully suspicious, banging on the other
Cool.
side of the door. They
Uh,
are trying to
I
get
hear
out.
over the ghost
So-
stuff.
So you still have explosives, right?
Oh,
You want me to kill him? I mean, that's a bit.
no, I don't care. Grab
Okay.
one case, blow the
Okay.
rest of the stuff on the dock up. Let's go.
Okay.
Ooh.
There are people on the boat. I'll just. Okay. All right. Don't worry about it. And I'll go plant some explosives
Don't really care.
around there. What about Baz? He's gonna
I'm
probably
gonna
wake
drag. Let's drag Baz's
Baz is
body
currently
over.
unconscious. So far, these guards have made 2 successful checks to break down the door.
Okay.
Okay.
Really?
There's 4 in order for them to break down the
All
door.
right. So, how would you, with these explosive or these demolition tools? I would imagine it to be like, what is it? Those packages or cartridges of C4 that I could probably link together with something. So I'm gonna stick a little pike into one that has like some rope on it. I'll toss that one over towards Baz. I'll put 2 next to the boxes and crates, and then I'll throw 1 near the door. All right, guys, we just gotta go. I gotta press the plungy thingy.
Let go.
The plungy thing. Okay, let's leave.
I don't know.
It's technical.
All right, so you're exploding.
And one of us has a box. I guess the good doctor.
You
were
Yes,
next to it?
I want to give the box to one of you because I want to help make sure that these explosives are set up correctly.
Perfect.
I just look at
I'll
Jesse
take
and
it, I'm walking away.
oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jesse, take this.
I got a cable. We're good.
Lift with your legs. I walk behind her the whole way.
She turns around, hands James the
Oh,
box.
oh! Immediately falls.
Lift with your legs.
And we run away.
Fantastic.
Sorry.
Run away.
We blast off.
We
Blast
blast.
off. Fantastic.
The speed
Okay,
of light.
and do you explode the rest of the shipment?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna yell as I explode it. I'm gonna say, "This was
You-
all the work of the bronze peach."
Good.
Deniability.
We willed that into existence and then blamed them. Perfect. The perfect
So
plan.
you have things in your inventory to explode things, correct?
I have demolitions tools, so I don't know.
Fantastic. Okay, so I'm not going to make you roll for that. You do explode it. And as you run away, final thing off of the clock for the guards, as you go to run, they burst out of the door and they go, "They're running off with our shipment!" And they are going to begin to chase
What
you.
one of the charges was placed at that door though.
Oh.
Like placed on the
Oh,
building.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they placed it on the building and the leader, I think. Is that
Yeah.
what you said?
Door, 2 on the guys, and I had 4 and so like I'm assuming there's 4.
We exploded the rival gang's.
Leader, 2 on the boxes, and then 1 on the door.
This is how you score drugs.
Okay, I am going to do a fortune roll to see how many of them survive.
This
Out of
is
3.
it. This is to establish
Everyone's
dominance.
possessed. I mean, he's just gonna live his best life for the time he has.
Big goose
I
egg.
mean,
He's on borrowed time. He's
so
not-
Baz has C4 strapped to him, and it will explode when he wakes up, essentially.
I mean,
No.
If he wakes up.
When we hit the detonator, all of it's gonna
So
explode.
imagine there is basically a long string, and when I
Okay.
hit the plunger, the string is gonna go door, explode, kill those people probably. I don't know. 2 on the boxes, explode, and then the last one leads to Baz. So I started at Baz and then went 2, 1. So 1, 2, 1. Exploded.
So have you exploded it yet?
Yeah. After I yelled
Okay.
bronze
All
pear
right.
or peach. I'm changing the fruit up. We have a lot of competitors.
Bronze something.
The silver pear. I don't
Peach
know.
cobbler.
So this explosion goes up, and like it messes up that little trade ship that you guys saw. It's gone. Like it
Cool.
is fully exploded. There's a crater put into this house that they were carrying the things into, and Baz is gone. My God. And so you see from this crater that you've carved in the house, 2 faces pop out, 2 guards, and you've just exploded everything. So
Mhm.
I'm going to do a luck roll. They are brave enough to chase after you as you start to run.
Jesse, you ended on good
No, they're
terms,
terrified.
right?
You can
Yeah.
run
They're terrified.
effectively. They're so
Bad
Just
blood.
just for flair, she has a pistol. So since she handed James the box, she's pulling the pistol from under her dress and shooting a warning shot towards the 2 that ran. Just like
Ah!
Remember the name.
Do
Bronze.
anything!
Bronze Peach. That's who did this.
Bronze Peach!
You got it. Leave.
no.
Jesse, shoot another shot. They're still here.
And run! They take off running! You've terrified this gang!
Yes.
Perfect.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie. I did not think that would work. That's the first time I've ever handled this.
Blowing everything up? You don't think that would work?
Very excited with the result.
I love it. That's a good plan.
For sure.
All right, so we go to the Duchess. We blow everything up. Take a minute.
No.
Okay, yeah, and you guys make your way back to the Golden Apple. We can, yeah, go ahead.
I'm tired.
That went surprisingly well.
Yeah.
I
Did it!
so good.
Did it!
yeah.
Yes.
You guys were kind of
They're
distracted.
going to
I had a guy
find-
possessed. It was pretty
Let me explain. If law enforcement even cares in this game,
What
in
game?
the city, it's all we're playing the great game.
Ah, yes.
But if they even care, they're going to find a bunch of drug evidence, and the literal leader of our rival gang. Pieces of him, anyway. What's there to lead them to us?
Yes, and
maybe the fruit analogy. I maybe should.
Yes, very clever.
The bronze peach is fucked.
Yes.
Whoever that guy is.
Whoever they are. It's a hospital.
It's a tiny little bakery somewhere.
Oh, you some peach cobbler. Get on the ground.
It is somewhat troubling that we did destroy a large part of the port. So while they may not care that we assassinated a drug lord, they may care that we have destroyed city property.
Well.
But if you are convinced that the bronze peach will fall for us.
Yes, that orphanage doesn't know what it has coming.
James, no.
The bronze peach orphanage. I swear to God, I saw it.
Yeah, it exists now.
I would like to get.
I
would like to get
Adding
straight away to analyzing this. See if I can reverse engineer.
Yeah, carry right into your lab.
Yeah, and I'm going to say that you guys dispatched this heist with enough tact, speed, and aplomb that if you would like to enact the second part of your score, you may do so.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Explosions were tactful.
Yeah.
I didn't say tactical.
It is finished.
Some tact was had.
A little cherry on top.
Yep. So you can go and examine this. What are you looking for?
Oh.
Evidence.
You talking to me?
Yes.
I want to analyze the chemical composition to see if I can find the component parts that went into making this so that we can make it ourselves.
Absolutely. So you take a look into it. You quickly actually roll study for me for this.
I can do that. I have 2.
Nice.
Does that mean I roll 3 or 4?
I have 1 I can help if that counts.
Oh shit, I have 2. Study. What the fuck?
I have 2 as well. Yeah.
How is everybody so studious, ma'am?
Do you guys
that
want
was
to make a group study roll?
I wanted to
You
overanalyze
guys-
things.
We're gonna have a study group.
yeah. You want to help me out?
Sure.
Study group.
Sure.
Study group.
What would that mean we do?
Do we have to take stress?
Everybody
don't actually do anything.
Everybody rolls?
Everybody rolls your collective, like whatever your stats are, you roll them, and then I will average them all together.
Cool.
Okay, cool. So I rolled 3 dice. Boop.
So if you have 1, you roll 3, right? Oh,
Yeah,
a dot,
if-
1 dot.
If you have 2
One dot, you
dots,
roll 2 and
3
take the
dice.
higher.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mine wasn't super great. I got a 4, a 3, and a 2.
4.
I got a 5.
5. What'd you get, Matt?
Oh, 4. Sorry.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I was just like, yeah, I know what that is.
We do night.
We got this.
Right. I don't want to say that this is necessarily controlled because it's not something that you fully understand, even though you are in your home turf. So you take a look at this and you start, all of you, kind of looking at it and being like, oh, I recognize that from this time that I was dealing drugs like down to the night market. And one of you is like, oh yeah, I've tried. And as a whisper, Matt, you would know as you study that there are some spiritual components in this drug. So you break it down to the components and you don't fully understand it, but you can tell that this is a, first of all, very addictive drug, but it has somehow been infused with some kind of spirit that enhances its effects. You just don't know how. Not at this moment.
Yeah, this has got some ghost stuff written all over it. Don't ingest in any way. It has like a 99% high rate, but like at the same time, that 1% is just going to keep you possessed, and you'll probably die. So maybe don't consume it. But yeah, really weird. I don't know if they're using ghosts for drugs too. Why is everyone just using ghost spirits for stuff? Like, I mean, that just seems a bit excessive.
They're not doing anything.
Isn't that kind of your thing?
I mean, it is, but like, I'm not a monster. It says that as I just destroyed like half a square.
She's picturing the blowing up, like the building as it blew up, and was like,
Why is everyone
So,
using ghosts as the man who can command them to possess people?
yeah.
That was pretty cool.
That was
but,
rad.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think, I don't know, maybe if we figure out specifically how they're doing this or manipulating these ghosts, that could also play into the Duchess's pendant, because that also has a ghost in it as well.
Yes.
I don't know.
I guess the question is, can the good doctor replicate it?
Or make it better.
Ooh, make it better.
I mean, worst case scenario, we do have it to just give if necessary. We did kind of destroy the whole shipment that's there, so our
That
inventory
true.
is somewhat limited. So the whole town is going to be looking for this.
Yes.
I think that if we could get our hands on this pendant, we could maybe compare some of the similarities. If this is infused with ghost essence, I feel like that would be something that you, Thistle, could help us distill, for example. I have mild attuning abilities, but certainly nothing close to what you can do.
Yeah,
I don't do any of the weird shit. So.
We can figure. I mean, what's weird about it? It's a mask, and that's a skull, and I have potions and things.
You're
like
not helping.
It's fine. Yeah, we could totally figure it out. I can check with my buddy to see if he knows anything specifically about it too. If he can give me any more insight. But I think if we monopolize what we have so far of our inventory, keep your samples in the lab, but whatever extra we have, we use that to get the amulet. Because once we give her a taste of it, she's gonna want more, and I'm pretty sure if you're high enough, you feel like you're gonna live forever. So why need an amulet that's gonna let you live forever?
Agreed.
Easy trade-off.
So, are we thinking small-scale private party invite with like the like lore of this new drug?
The most lavish party ever.
Yes.
Within budget.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's the good thing. We introduce it as applesauce, and then because again, it's either that or Pleasure Town, and I know.
What happened to Euphoria? That was a good one.
They don't know what it is. They'll come running for us.
That's Epiphany. The original name was Epiphany.
Oh,
pretty
really?
side
I
by
missed that.
I think Shando it was like we can remarket it as Euphoria.
Yes, we can remarket it as Euphoria, Pleasure Town, Applesauce.
But one's a lot more.
What if like code name is applesauce? Would that be fine?
If they hear
I mean,
applesauce, they
I'm
will
not doing
not
the marketing,
suspect
so
a
yeah,
thing.
whatever you feel like it. You go.
Yeah.
But the Mott's market is going to come down on us hard.
Yes, the famous crime syndicate.
That drug kingpin Mott's. I'm very sorry, Mott's, if you're watching
Lunchboxes
this.
everywhere will be ruined.
Here goes that sponsorship.
Damn it!
I love
Never
that.
get
That's
applesauce
bad.
Yeah, forget it.
Can we? Never mind. I was gonna say we should market it in like little packets that you can
You just peel open.
squeeze it. I know, like not the
Yeah,
pack,
with
but
the
like
little-
the
with the
little
little
squeezable one.
It does come in powder form.
Oh, I was going to say we can make juice
Aw.
boxes.
Man.
We mix it into applesauce.
Dehydrated applesauce.
And we mix it in applesauce and
Yeah.
throw it in like those little pouches.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. Oh
Guys,
boy, a
drug
problem.
lords.
Yeah, we did. Did we
What
just
happened to my dark crime game?
I will say, well, it is.
You invited the
Look
wrong
everybody
people.
up.
The word applesauce and then gone.
It is still a drug.
It's still
Yeah.
drugs.
It's just in an applesauce packet.
Okay, so how are we getting
Lavish
this
party.
started
God, the
here?
optics
Yeah.
on that are
Lavish
so
party.
good. Yeah.
So-
Lavish party.
I would say if we do this, we can have the drop-off point be the door within the doctor's office that leads to the hookah room.
Mm.
I think it's like hookah room 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they can use that to discreetly go and get their hookah fix, but also that would be the handoff point.
Mm.
I like it.
Yes.
And then
Now-
if they have any complaints, we just kill them or something. I don't know.
To not arouse suspicion, small private party invitations to the wealthiest people. We're aiming for the amulet, but we have enough that I might to other people while.
Fair.
Get the word out.
Now,
Get the
yeah,
ammunition.
I am going to let me lay out how doing a plan like this would work.
Party plan 101.
Party planning. So there are positives and negatives to large gatherings and small gatherings. Small gatherings mean that you will more easily be able to zero in on your target and take care of it. Larger gatherings mean that you can carry out what you want to do more easily and without as much suspicion. Also, if you are wanting to get the word out about this effectively so that the Duchess shows up, I am going to have you make a group consorting check
Ooh.
in order to spread the word around the city.
Will we get the +1 to consort from our group thing? Cool.
The extent of my consorting is probably I just have a flyer on my shop counter that no one sees. So
What's my consort one?
Yeah, I have nothing in consort, so
I have
it's just
one,
gonna be
so I roll 2.
I don't have anything, so I roll 2 and take the lowest, and then add 1. So that would be.
You could also take stress to add.
I got a
9.
5.
I'll take some stress. Give me some stress.
You might not need
Take
to.
some stress.
Yeah, you might.
Well,
So-
I rolled a 1.
It's a group thing, though, isn't it? Oh well.
Well, I don't know how group things work in this
I rolled
game.
a
so-
2.
I don't even.
So
Oh, maybe take the stress.
Guys,
I'm taking 2 stress. I'm taking 2 stress. I'm trying.
What did
I'm
you
not
get,
very
John?
charming. I'm not. I rolled a 6.
Hey,
I got a 6 as well.
I got a 5.
There we go.
I'm gonna just chill.
Oh, also,
yeah.
You're like I told my friends.
Yeah, no, you guys are my friends, right?
I did see the flyer. It helped a bunch. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry. Is this technically a new score, or are we on the same score?
I'm gonna say that it's the same score.
Okay, perfect. I just want to know if I can.
Yes.
This is a 6-score game, so we're just breaking the ice.
This, we go straight onto the throne. Is there a throne in this game?
Yeah, there's a game too of it.
Took me a second.
I know, right?
Okay, so you effectively spread the word, and I guess you will just have to wait and see if the Duchess shows up tonight. So, how are you throwing this party?
Oof. I'm thinking finger foods. Small, again. Like cheap.
Aren't you still on drink cutoff?
How? Yeah,
Fuck.
you're not allowed to drink. How would you all feel if perhaps we prepared a very special hookah blend using some of our new found ingredients?
Oh.
Did we put on the flyers that it's 2 dice?
We would.
Like, so they know to go into hookah spot 2?
Yes, we'll just put them up in the booth that leads to my office. I thought maybe we would have a special blend just for very special people that we needed to offer it to.
It's devious.
Yes.
Now, who, and I look straight at Jesse and say, is going to persuade them to partake of said hookah?
Oh,
I'm in character. What do you want from me?
Hookah?
James, please never, ever.
I'm just saying,
Say it
you're
like
better
that.
at it than we are.
I will absolutely watch who comes in the door and persuade him.
It's
A
I mean,
certain
if we offer
dollar
it,
figure.
if we offer it as a gift,
Yes, and then it's the gift that keeps on giving us money.
exactly.
right. And
I love
any, let's say anything that would sway that plan, the rest of us will deal with. Right?
So, persuading, getting people high as fuck.
Our general business.
Maybe
yes.
Ardo will make, some sales.
Maybe. I don't know. I thought I was probably going to lock the door. You're going to get some shifty people in here. I don't want my stuff stolen.
Tell him it's haunted.
Even though we just stole their stuff. I don't trust the people in these towns.
Here's an idea. Lace the door with explosives. They'll never go in.
Yeah, all not those.
Don't do that, Inan.
All right.
Nope.
We'll
You have subterfuge
After this,
supplies? What
we'll
does that mean?
after this we'll talk about putting some flyers outside the building for your store. That way people know it's here.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe
Perfect.
move it forward a little bit in the remodel.
We'll talk about that.
That's
We
pretty
don't
good
have
idea.
remodel money.
Yet.
Okay.
Fancy party.
Are we having this party?
Yes.
We are.
Let's
Dancers and drinks and some food.
do it. All right. So as the night rolls up, you get some of your rents that come in. And do you accept them or deny them?
The regulars?
Mm-hmm.
Regulars. Regulars of what price point?
Yes.
Mid-tier rich.
How many people are in already?
It's a private party. It's a
You're
private
getting-
party.
You have not gotten any of the high-tier rich people in yet. It's just the people who, not the ones who have necessarily heard about this, but just simply come to the Golden Apple because they come every night.
I don't want it to look like we're not getting enough people in.
How about this? I'll talk to them. I'll tell them that we've actually been fully rented out. This is a private, very high-class function. They spread that word around. Maybe it gets up to the upper tiers. They come check it out, see if they're on the list.
You could also make them pay more to come in.
Entry
We
fees.
should have been doing that the whole time. Why are you in the back?
I imagine there is a fee to get into this club.
Good call.
Well, no, but like
A
you gotta
membership.
do
Yeah.
something
There
that
is a
they-
membership, yes.
Okay.
They can slip you some extra money to let you go in. But like we only do that to a couple of extra people just to kind of buff up the room.
To buff it. So the highest mid-tier people, I guess James and Jesse are standing there, and we'll let them know that it's a private
Please.
function, but they can be
Absolutely.
persuaded if
Yes.
they upgrade their membership.
Yeah.
Okay, so you stand at the door
This
and
game.
speak upgrading membership. And I'm going to say that some people are like, this is ridiculous, I'm leaving. And then some do fall for it, especially with the enticement of the elite coming to the Golden Apple tonight. And so, Jesse and James, you can both add 2 coin to your playbook.
Oh shit!
Coins?
Hell yeah!
Heck yeah!
Where the hell is coins? There it
Yeah,
is.
that's a great question. Where
Top
is
right.
it? Ah,
right.
thank you.
So we fill
What
in the
does that
first
do
row.
for you?
It's those 4 little things, and then you can choose to add it to your stash, which goes to the group.
Oh,
Oh, that's
got it.
awesome.
I
Okay.
see it.
Do we stash things at the end of the score? I assume.
Renovation
Yes.
money.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so yes, you both have added 2 coin to your inventory, and as the night goes on, you have a couple some away. Some of them
Ooh,
come
you
in.
cut out a little bit. What did
You
you say?
cut out.
You have more of the regulars come in, some of away, some come in, and then a different caliber of guest begins to arrive. We're talking senators. We're talking very high political elite that have a lot of sway over the city. They give you a passing nod as they walk in, but they don't even really acknowledge you much.
I expect nothing.
Yeah.
And about an hour into the party, people are starting to get loose. People are starting to have a good time. Are you letting people into this second hookah space that has your unique blend?
I would
Mm,
let James know that
one room is off limits.
yeah, well, I would say one room is off limits and make it very obvious that it's off limits.
It's clearly being reserved.
It's a VIP room, and see if that entices anyone of the higher caliber.
Absolutely. You do get one man who looks extremely ostentatiously dressed. He has gold trim inlaid into his jacket. He has kind of like a servant at his side who is just holding a cat. And he says,
Giovanni?
"That room. I want in."
My fire alarm's going.
Oh no.
I'm going to mute myself for a second.
The explosives. Oh no!
Aha!
Your house was the stash?
Sorry, was he talking to me?
To whoever is manning this cut-off hookah place, he says, "I want in."
And you are, good sir?
Senator Rothschild.
Do I know who it is?
And you would know that this is. He's definitely high in the government, but he is more
High.
well known. Hey, he's more well known in
Fuck
your
me.
circles as being famously corrupt, and so
Oh.
he's just ridiculously wealthy on dirty money.
Okay.
A Giovanni, if you.
Yes.
Oh,
Sir,
that evil on me.
Mr.
Do you
Senator,
know who I am? Good.
Mr. Senator, I do. Unfortunately, we did reserve this room, and our guest hasn't arrived yet. We have a particularly interesting blend of hookah in this particular.
Who is it?
Oh,
Hookah.
sir. Confidentiality is so important here. You understand.
I do understand that. I am willing to pay a high price.
Sir, I will tell you this particular blend is very good. You might come back for more, which we'll be happy to provide, but I feel it's only fair to be upfront.
I think I'm ready to take the risk.
All right. James, are you there next to me?
Yes. I didn't say anything because I muted.
Okay. Could you go let our friends know that we have someone enter our special VIP room?
Of course. Senator?
Right away.
Senator?
We'll make sure you are alone for the appropriate amount of time, sir. Wonderful cat.
Yes. He just kind of stares at the cat.
Cat's
Cat's
a ghost. Cat's a ghost.
Ghost cat.
Yeah, skeletons
So
in
yeah,
my.
he steps in and he is missing for a good amount of time. He comes out and his pupils look like they have taken up the entire portion of his eye, even outside of the eye, almost.
Ooh.
And he looks over at you, Jesse, and he goes, "That was interesting."
That's what we aim for. Interesting. Things you can't get across the bridge.
He doesn't say anything more to you, but he walks away, whispers a word to his servant, and his servant leaves the party.
All right.
About
Does the servant take the cat?
the cat jumps up on Rothschild's shoulders.
Ah, okay.
Yes. After about half an hour after that, you hear a commotion at the front of the Golden Apple. And Ardo and Hubert, where do you find yourselves right now?
I think I'm honestly just still in my shop. I don't know if they let me out.
You could go to the bar.
That's a good question. Do we?
I would have
that's
been
fair.
trying to clandestinely watch how the senator handled his hookah.
I would assume there's a little like
Yeah, secret
peeky
door
hole
thing.
in the door,
Mhm.
like a one-way viewing.
There's just a really big painting that the eyes just pop out of in that room. You can like
Mhm.
Scooby-Doo villain look inside. them.
So you
So
were
I-
watching?
The whole
I was
face
watching.
pops out.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a survey, but I'm gonna let you add another dice to it because you are so close and it's a pretty controlled situation.
So if I'm untrained, that just means I roll 2 and I get the higher.
Mm-hmm.
Can I, while that's happening in my shop, I'm just fiddling around and just
5.
messing with because I'm just bored in there. Can I put the mask back on and try to call a ghost to do some recon for me and see if the Duchess is nearby?
Sure.
Ooh.
Cool. I'm just gonna get like,
Ooh.
hey, go check and see if she's here yet. And hopefully persuade them to.
Finish shop.
I love it.
I feel
okay,
really
so I
bad.
have a tune with the mask gives me an extra one, so I'm rolling 4. We'll see what happens. Ooh, 2 6s.
2 6s?
I'm really, really good at what I do, just being by myself. Apparently.
Oh my god. Okay, so you put on the spirit mask, you go to attune, and this wisp of a spirit rises up out of the ground, and she says, Alda.
Yes.
Well, don't tell me you don't remember me. You summoned ago.
Oh, yeah. So about I'm actually busy. We could
Did
probably
you fuck that ghost?
Did you fucking go?
Matt, did you fuck a ghost? Hey, bud,
Hey, Matt, are you good, bro?
everything okay?
Oh my god!
I know that we're really weird, but did you fucking go?
I need to reduce this. Well, I haven't taken any stress. What am I doing?
Rain check.
I like that this was a critical success.
I
Perfect.
mean, I didn't say anything about.
I didn't say anything either. I was just like, yeah, I'm not talking
But
about
I
what
guess
you're
that's
talking
what it is now.
Fuck
the
That's
ghost,
up to you.
dude.
It's up to you.
Sean, thanks, Sean. You're the.
I was the
person who-
last one to say anything.
No.
That was
Matt,
that was
Pando
me.
said it first.
That was
Oh,
me.
Shanda, come on, I thought we were friends.
Did you fuck this?
We
ghost?
are friends, and I 100% support you fucking
No.
that ghost. It's okay.
Did you?
90% of me saying, yeah, well, anyway, because I didn't hear what you said, so I was just like, okay, we'll keep going. So I don't know what you said at the beginning part. But I didn't do that.
Okay,
Did
sorry,
not
didn't
fucking
happen. Didn't happen. Didn't
No.
happen.
Did not.
Chat,
Okay.
wipe that from your minds.
Chat, forget it.
That's like when they
We have that power.
Ghost girl,
She,
ultimate goth
she
girlfriend.
smiles a little bit and she says, Golden apple. I like it here. What do you need?
I need, there's supposed to be a duchess that has this thing that we're supposed to take from her, but she hasn't come yet. It sounds like it's pretty boring out there, so I'm assuming she's not here yet. Can you do some recon around the building to see if she's nearby?
Sure. And she disappears into the wall. And we're going to go back to our dear Dr. Hubert.
Didn't do it to the ghost, guys. Stop talking about it.
You got...
Chat, forget it.
Forget about it. You got a 5 for survey, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, as you watch this man take this new strange drug mixed with what you already have, you see something strangely familiar. As he smokes it, you see something that you saw just earlier today. His body goes completely rigid. For a moment, it seems like he's fighting with something. And then his body relaxes. And you see his pupils expand beyond his eyes. And he smiles. And he walks out.
So it's kind of like
And-
possession.
And
That's the real
you
ghost
all
fucking right there.
hear the commotion. And all of a sudden, you see a woman walk through the door, accompanied by 3 men. Most of the people who have come in are ostentatious about their wealth. They are showing it off in any way possible. This woman has none of that. She is very simply dressed in a black evening dress. She is a bit older, but she carries that age almost with some kind of sly possession of it. Not Blades in the Dark ghost possession, just regular self-possessed.
Later,
And she walks in and she is wearing this beautiful glittering ruby pendant. She surveys the room and then she looks to one of her men who is with her, and he nods and he starts to survey the room. Aldo, your ghost friend returns to you.
Yes.
And she says, actually, hang on. Jesse and James, give me a survey check.
Oh shit! Can
Can
I do that?
Got nothing in that.
Yep, that's bad.
So we do what? We do
Just
2
roll
and take
2
the
to
lower.
roll.
Disadvantage, yeah.
It's a controlled roll, nothing bad.
Okay. 2.
2.
Something bad is gonna happen.
Prepare for trouble.
Make it double.
Well, that's why you rolled 2.
Okay. You don't notice this, but the Duchess does. Okay. And this ghost returns to you, Aldo, and she says, "Oh, this is delicious.
Go
You'll
for it.
never guess. I just went into that pendant thing that she has around her neck. She's here, by the way.
You went
There's
into
a
it?
ghost in there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yes, I wanted to visit. I saw that there was a ghost inside.
All right.
And I wanted to
You were
see.
able to get out of it though? Okay. All right.
I mean, it was fairly easy. It wasn't difficult.
So why isn't the ghost out of it already? Okay.
That's the interesting thing. I got to meet her. She's such an interesting, really lovely.
Did she say who she was?
I believe she said that her name was Reinhard, something like that. Anyway, it's something very interesting. If I were to possess you, die, yes?
Repeat. It headset.
If I were to possess you, you would eventually die, yes?
True.
Yes.
Yes.
It's that interesting fight between human soul, past soul. One of them has to win eventually. But she's figured out a way to make it so that neither of them have to die. She's really a genius. Shame she's dead.
Interesting. So is she using the amulet to possess the Duchess to keep her alive?
It's a bit more of a two-way street than that, I think.
But how does a human possess a ghost or a locket? That's a lot. Okay. But she's here though, right?
She is, yes, she's here.
Okay. I guess I'll let the others know. You can do what you want. I don't care. Take the mask off. And
Call
just
me.
Don't touch my stuff.
Sarah, why? You did this.
So
Somebody
good.
flipped that great moment.
All right. And then I'll walk out. And I'll look for James. I don't think Jesse would want me walking towards her.
Ooh!
That
I'll
one.
walk
That was
towards Jesse.
Pegasus.
Never mind. It's a really weird noise.
That was Pegasus. I don't know why I did that.
It was good.
No, but I'll go to James and say, hey, so she's here.
What? Wait,
Yeah,
what?
I've been in the back the whole time. You guys have been here. I'm surprised I'm the first to know this.
Yeah, me too.
I know, right?
Yeah, you look around and you finally spot. It takes you a while, but you see it's because she's not dressed very showy or flashy. But you see a woman with a pendant around her neck.
If you were going out to do hard drugs, you probably wouldn't dress really fancy.
I never did dress fancy. though.
Just okay. Sure. So anyway, I did get some more information about the items that we were inventorying for our shop.
Yes,
Do you know where the others are?
I could find Jesse. I don't think I've seen the doctor at all.
Okay. Now would be the time, if we could, to escort our guests to room number 2, and then possibly the doctor can take them to the I don't know, get them high. I'm not sure. Do what you need to. I did my part.
Right.
I'll just kind of walk back to my room.
Before you go, get the doctor.
Yeah, what's up?
Get the doctor. And bring them to their office. I don't know.
Oh, okay. That was kind of part of your job. Okay, you get Jesse, and I'll go do the thing.
I don't
with the
like
doctor.
work. And I'll leave now.
All right, then I'll go back to my shop and knock on the panel to go to Hubert.
Yes.
So Duchess is here. We're gonna try and get her into the second room, and then you can attempt to try and get the pendant from her or something like that.
Do we want to provide her with the special hookah blend or something a little bit more anesthetizing?
if you could maybe do both. I don't know. Do people go in there alone? I'm not sure. You're the one that has the peephole.
Yes. Sometimes people want to partake by themselves. Sometimes it's social.
Gross. Okay, so if we can get her alone in there, maybe give her something that would knock her out, but still get her the high she wants, and then we can just take the pendant from her. But I don't know.
Yeah.
So let me run a question by you. If a ghost possesses a human, then they die. But have you ever seen a human possess a ghost? It's just a question that was brought to me recently, and it's kind of making my head hurt.
Can I
And
roll a study check or something to see if I have any knowledge about that?
Hang on, let me check to see if there's something a little more appropriate. I do wish there was a history check, but yeah, give me a study check.
I can help you if you want me to, or just chill.
I got a 3 and 2 6s.
Never mind.
Critical success.
Ooh.
You know, actually, Aldo, do you share the name that you were given with Hubert?
Oh yeah, Reinhard, if that means anything to you.
It does.
Cool.
You recognize that name. It is the name of a scientist, much like yourself, who wasn't necessarily into the more moralistic ways of scientific practice. She was very interested, as you are, in the principles of longevity. However, you remember that her life's work was to try to find a way to live forever, not just longer. But she did die before she was able to complete her work.
Maybe not. Okay, well, I convey that information. Here are my concerns. If we were to relieve the Duchess of this jewel, won't she notice?
Well, well, I guess the ghost would notice, but like, I don't know. I could probably tell the ghost.
I mean, she's no longer wearing jewelry that she was wearing before.
If she was asleep and they don't know there's a door in there, that might be an easy way to get away with it. I mean, it's not her fault. She's in a really bad part of town and she's doing very hard drugs. I don't know if she'd really want to be talking about that much. Plus, I mean, I can probably talk to the ghost and have them make a better reason, or maybe just tell them to get lost. I'm not too sure, but they probably won't. But hey, we can at least get the pendant and sell it or something.
Yeah, so talk to this ghost, this Reinhard.
Sure, I mean, I only know what you told me of them, so I'm not really on like a science-y doctor level like you guys would be, but I can at least tell them to get lost.
Yeah, I mean, we can have a group conversation.
Sure, that works.
We'll just keep her under for a little while.
As you are having this conversation, Jesse and James, are you two together now, or?
Quick thing I would have done, I would have gone to the bar and got like a bottle of champagne, whatever we have back there, and then I would have made my way over to Jesse.
We call it
apple juice.
Apple juice.
God,
and as you make your way over to Jesse, one of the gentlemen, the one that the Duchess spoke to and then left, comes up to you and says, we were made aware that there was more exciting entertainment at this party than may have been advertised.
Of course. Well, be happy to have you partake in that.
My lady is very interested.
Of course. James, the champagne?
At this moment, I'd like to institute a flashback because I was not expecting this.
For it! Okay, we have not done a flashback.
We have
actually,
not done a
that's really
flashback yet.
exciting. So, for our audience, a flashback is something that any of our players can do during the game where they describe to me something that they did in the past, and I will give them a bit of a setting, and then they will try to succeed in that thing that they did in the past. If they are successful, it will positively affect the current situation. Let me know what you did.
So, while I was over at the bar grabbing the drink, making it look like I didn't know which one I was going to take, I would have emptied out the champagne, or I would have emptied out a good amount of the champagne, and I would have filled it back up with my vial of slumber essence, and I would have put the cork back in.
Okay.
And then I would have
Roll.
gone to Jessie, gave her, and be like, a possible toast to good business, but try not to drink too much. Last time a single glass put you to sleep.
Oh. Yes. Gotta watch my alcohol.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. I'd say let's make this a tinker roll because you're messing with something.
Shit. Okay.
Oh
That's
no.
bad.
Would you like to take some
I would-
stress or a devil's bargain?
Bargain with the devil.
I will bargain with the devil.
Okay.
You want to hear what it is
So,
first?
let
Well,
me
yeah,
think.
I
Do it
gotta.
blindly.
Can I do it
You are
blindly?
able to do
God.
this,
Agent of Chaos.
but you are going to also have to drink it.
Yes. Good. Yep. Yeah.
Go for it.
So that's 2 dice. Higher number? Because I have nothing. Okay.
Yes.
Oh no. Just did that for an
I didn't know
roll.
Tinker was gonna be okay. 2 4s.
Okay. Sure. You do this successfully. Do you make your way over to the Duchess?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So confident.
Mm-hmm.
I'll come over with the bottle and an already made glass, I assume,
Mm-hmm.
for me. I'll hand Jessie the bottle.
And the Duchess greets you both as you come up, and she says, "Hello. I was told that there was something here I might be interested in."
Yes. We have a wonderful new blend of hookah. In our private VIP room number 2.
Yes. My
Uh,
friend the senator told me.
Yes, he seemed to enjoy it. Disclaimer, warnings. It is wonderful. So, don't blame us if you get a little hooked on it.
I'm not too
Okay.
concerned with the affairs of
Told you, stop.
a point in my life.
Well, then by all means, it's wonderful to have you in our establishment. I believe my friend here brought champagne for us. Would you like a toast, or while we walk, when we get there? It's on the
course.
house.
Edward. And you see the man that you actually saw the previous night. He takes the champagne.
Oh no.
He gives the Duchess a look and hands it back to her. She takes it. She looks at you and she says, "To our continued friendship."
Of
And
course.
she
This is while we walk.
Well,
and you
I thought it was just gonna be you two in the room.
Yeah, I was
Oh
doing
yeah,
it
she
like
hasn't
when we
gone
get
into
there.
She hasn't gone
Oh.
into the room yet. She's going to drink it and watching James as
Yeah,
she does.
I'll drink it too.
She doesn't drink it.
James,
she
I
hands it back
do
to
no
Edward.
more alcohol for you because you promised. You have a problem.
I do. I very much do.
I apologize for him.
I don't know exactly what his plan was, but it was poorly executed. Show me
James,
the room.
What?
She does not seem threatened by what you have just tried to pull.
I am attempting to act like I had no idea what was going on. She's gonna walk them to the room.
Fantastic. You walk her to the room. James, you're falling asleep.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Unless you find a way to counteract this, you are going to be asleep.
I'm just gonna stumble into the doctor's office, I guess.
Well, do you gotta come through my place?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just in
gotcha.
case I don't make it
hey.
all the way there.
Oh, buddy, you're looking pretty tired. What's going on?
I did it bad.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah, I got it.
I just fall on my face.
I got something. It's around here, and I'm just gonna slap him in the face to try and wake him up. It's like,
I guess roll wreck. Just
All right.
to like straight up
Wreck?
I mean, if that doesn't work, I do have smelling salts, but like, let's try this one first.
Yeah, kick my ass first.
Yeah. Oh, and you actually are going to take 1 level harm, James, and put the condition as drugged.
Is that
I
less
got
effect?
4.
Level 1 harm.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. I didn't have anything, so I rolled 2 and take the lower.
Yes.
Right? Okay, so then 3. Sorry. Sorry, I had a ring on
Very
that.
controlled attack.
Shit
what is
slapped
a
out of me.
failure at trying to slap your own
I
friend?
stay asleep.
It was more
Yeah, I
risky
guess
than
you
it was-
just don't wake up. Yep.
Okay. Well, hey,
Yeah,
look at
it's
the doctor on-
just like a really sad slap.
These hands are meant for harm.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
could do the
and
doctor.
to let our audience know again, harm is graded in this world as like 4 different levels. 4 is considered mortal harm. It will just straight up kill you. You have to take stress to resist it. There's 1 bar of level 3 harm that you can take, and you can take 2 level 1 harm before it becomes level 2, 2 level 2 before it comes level 3. So harm is a lot simpler in this game than in other TTRPGs, which makes it very fun. And I get to decide exactly what harm you take.
Ow.
Very fun.
Yeah,
so
I'll
you take level 1 harm, drugged.
Yes.
knock on the panel for the doctor.
Oh. Again?
Yeah, he didn't wake up after I slapped him. So do you have like smelling salts or something? He's
I had.
way out here.
Just give me.
All right, there you go. I'm just gonna push him in.
I'm gonna-
into the room. You got this, bud.
I'm just gonna let him stay on the floor. I'm gonna pop open the top of a little vial and I'm gonna attempt to wake him up.
Level 2 drugged.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's the plague.
More drug.
No, that's.
Ah.
So
Whoops, it
I
was
am
the
going to
plague.
say that this is a
Well, I can tinker with bones, blood, and bodily
Yeah.
humors to
Yeah,
treat
do a
wounds
tinker
and
roll.
stabilize
God.
the dying. And I get a +1 die, so I'm gonna roll. If I have 2 in
You
it,
wake up
I
missing
roll
it.
3. And if I get to add my bonus, I get to roll 4, right?
go for it.
Okay. So that's 2, 4, 5, and 6.
Wow.
Okay. You hold these underneath James's nose, and James, you back awake.
No. Just in the
You
office.
okay, bud?
Oh,
What
little
did
bit
you
tired.
do?
you might want to check on them.
Yeah, and we're back in the main room. The Duchess walks with you, Jesse, over to the room, and she says, "Now I believe that you would like to enter this room with me."
If you'd like. Usually people go in by themselves, but it's
I
perfectly
have no intention of going in by myself. I will have one come with me.
That is also fine if you would like to share. I
She-
will tell you it has some weird. I'm not really a specialist with the more spectral things, but I assume since you had a good review, Senator, you.
I did have a good review with the Senator, and then you tried to drug me. But we will see.
To be fair, wasn't exactly me, and he's kind of an idiot.
Of course.
Sean. Not you, Sean. Just James.
Both.
Both characters are hurt.
Both
Go
accurately.
ahead. The guards are going to become a bit more suspicious, but you can roll a sway roll to try to convince them that it was simply the work of your friend.
Okay, so that's what I normally have. So it's. God, I should remember this by now. So 2, which means I have 3 die, and then I add 1 because of the crew.
A
Correct?
+1, yeah, to whatever your roll
I have a
is.
question. Are the hookah rooms? How are they walled? Are they doors or are they like bead curtains?
They're kind of heavy, heavy curtains so that the smoke doesn't escape.
Okay. Okay.
I rolled a 6 plus 1.
Okay. Yeah, they do not suspect that it was the work of the Golden Apple. Simply the work of
One of its owners.
Bronze Peach.
James.
One of its owners.
Bronze Peach. Bronze Peach.
James, you
So
were the Bronze
she gestures to 2 of her guards to stand outside and enters in with one of them. And she gets high.
Cool.
Nice.
So, what are we doing?
And this is our standard high, right? They didn't decide to throw anything in it.
think
thought
we
this,
were.
I thought this was the applesauce.
This was the
Yeah,
big-
this is
Well,
applesauce.
yeah,
This is the applesauce.
Yeah.
Okay. So same thing.
Is everybody in the room is partaking of it, right? Like even
Yes.
the guard is
The
too.
guard and that, I think.
Well, it's
Okay.
hookahs?
Or they both went in.
No, I
So
think they're watching
you would
her
have
to
to
make sure she's
purposefully
safe.
do it.
No,
Two
two
outside of the
guards are
curtain.
outside, one guard
Stationed
went in.
outside,
One in with her.
With her.
Is the guard inside partaking?
That's what I'm trying to
Not strictly.
Sorry, man.
I mean, the smoke will get in the room, but he is not partaking of the actual high.
Can I don't know if this would fit into flashback territory, but if we are going through on the idea that there is we know that there is a constant path that goes to the doctor's office from there, that the either the curtains on room 2 in that hookah booth is either more secured, or if there's like those drop doors that retail stores have where it's like the chain that comes down, but it's like just wooden planks that come in that can actually close
Yes.
off that room and lock it. If that could be installed in that building or in that portion of the room, so that we have like a secured door, so that if they pull back the curtain, there's just a wall, like as if nothing was there. I don't know if that's something that's that far back. I just don't know how the door situation was, just based off of that.
Right.
But just a thought.
I'm going to say that you did not have enough time to install anything that was like that mechanical and that intense. But
Like in the
Perhaps.
building, like when we facilitated and made like a secret door to the doctor's headquarters, have that been the idea the entire time when making that. If not, that's totally fine. But
yeah, no, I don't think so, because I don't think that you were planning on trapping any of the people that you invited back in the doctor's lab.
valid.
But I
Okay.
do think that you could have done something to the actual doctor's door that goes into the lab if you
Okay.
like.
Yeah, that's
I don't
totally
know
fine.
what you would like to do necessarily.
No,
but let me know.
no, that'll be fine. So I think the goal would be, or the idea that I have would be to get get whatever object or what we're planning to do with the person if we get them through that. But I can just use my ghost key on that door if we need to lock it or close it, and not have anyone follow from there.
Great.
But otherwise, keep getting high, guys. Do your thing.
Right now, she's
Yeah.
just getting high, right?
He's just getting high.
Cool. Jesse's just outside the door talking to cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they kind of stare at you. They're not much for conversation.
So you like your job? Really? Wow. Is this fun for you?
No answer.
All right.
Man, hey guys, do you know how long it takes for someone to get high?
Are you asking the guards?
What? No, I'm in the shop.
Oh, I was like, I didn't think you were out here.
You mean
I don't
like?
talk to people.
Do you mean like an amateur or someone?
Well, I mean, I feel like the Duchess has a pretty studded past that I'm pretty sure she knows how to handle herself.
This is a new thing, probably pretty quick, but I don't know them.
Should I assist? Should we wait? I don't know how these things work. We haven't really robbed somebody.
Wait, how it goes.
Can
I
we?
honestly wasn't even aware that we were trying to rob. I thought we were trying to negotiate. So I was.
Oh, I thought we were trying to get the.
I thought we were literally trying to rob the necklace off her.
I thought we
Yeah.
were trying to get her to give it to us because we got her addicted to drugs. I was so confused.
That's the
Oh,
long
yeah,
con.
Yeah,
That's
sorry.
a long con. I was like,
Oh, the
wait,
long
I didn't
con,
think we were
yeah.
stealing it. I was
No,
like,
no, that makes
Oops.
more sense. That makes more sense.
I was
Then-
like, wait.
Hey, can I do a flashback and not do that whole drug thing?
Nope.
Damn.
No, that makes more sense. Yeah, so I was like,
Fine.
wait, why are we doing this? That makes more sense.
That makes way more
Later
sense.
Yeah.
I'll-
Then
later I'll
then
just
then
lie
just
and
let
say
her
it was-
take her drugs
Yep.
and
see
offer
how
her
it
as
goes.
many as she'd like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after a few minutes, she comes out and she looks at Jesse and she says, I did not trust you at first. She has the same blown out pupils that you saw on the senator, but she seems much more contained than the senator was. You see her kind of place a hand on the pendant as she speaks to you. And she says, but you have delivered. I think we will be good friends.
Talk business, maybe? I have a particular friend here, very interested in the stuff I don't understand. The occult thing. We actually have a wonderful little shop if you're interested. But this drug and your necklace.
Many are interested.
I prefer business over everything else.
I would say that many people have tried to get this pendant off of her, so
Mhm.
you are going to have to offer her something a little better than the drugs that you have just given her in order to keep her interested in the moment.
So, I'd love to know what you're interested in, because honestly, we're interested in what it does, not necessarily we don't want to take it from you, but, you know, a business of it. We can offer more of what you just experienced, possibly even better. We have something like that in the works. For now, that's what we're working with, but, you know, I'm interested in what you're interested in.
You would like to know how it works?
Not myself personally, can be completely honest with you. I don't really understand it, but I have two wonderful partners that do like that sort of thing. Again, wonderful little gift shop in the back.
She smiles a little bit and let's say this isn't a sway because
Okay.
you have earned her trust in some capacity. So
Okay.
roll consort with her.
Okay. So I have one in that, so I roll 2.
Voice.
And then I add 1.
You take the higher, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you take the higher. Oh, you rolled 2, yeah, and you add +1.
So I had a 5 plus 1.
Nice.
Fantastic, a 6. Okay. And she says, I have a dear friend inside of you. And we have both been interested in how we may make this work on a higher level. Perhaps partners?
Yes, I love partners, love making friends. Really enjoy the Doctor.
I look forward to meeting them.
Yes. Enjoy the party.
Thank you. And she actually dismisses 2 of her guards to roam the party as they please. She blends into the crowd, and I believe we have finished your score. You have been successful.
Hey.
Very good, y'all. Okay, so we're moving into the downtime portion. In a normal game, this is where you would indulge in your vices to reduce your stress. And I tell you what you gained and what you lost. So you were able to evade suspicion most of the time. You all meet up and you are enjoying this party, and you have gotten money, you have gotten some good street cred, actually. You blew up a district, and 2 people that you know of survived to see it. So your credentials, your power is growing. and you have just made a very powerful ally. Everything seems to be pretty perfect. Until
You said seems, and I got worried.
until you hear a commotion at the door. And this commotion is a little less fanfare than it was the one you heard with the Duchess. You hear a scuffle, a shout, and the sound of a gun going off. And you all look towards the door, and you see, badly burned and barely standing on their feet, is Baz with his gun at his side.
Can I do that time travel thing?
Flashback.
The flashback. When we were running away, I picked up one of his hands.
He's missing a hand.
Sick.
I
Thank you.
have it. I have it.
Put it in
Like
a jar.
On a plaque on the
Sell it.
wall.
And
Give it a thumbs
he
up.
looks straight at Jesse, and
Dope.
gonna have to do a little bit more than that to get rid of me.
Mm.
And that's where we'll end our session.
Oh my god! What the hell?
That's dope.
That was
That's
insane.
a fun little
He's
introduction.
like the worst ex-boyfriend.
He is. He is. If you take level 4 harm, you can take stress in order to resist death, which is what our friend Baz did.
Ooh.
So sad we will never see him again. Maybe he kills our party. We don't
You gotta check
know. Thank you for joining us for
Thanks,
this episode
guys.
of Roundtable.
Hey.
Blades
Yeah,
in the Dark.
thank you.
Before-
Absolutely.
Before we go for the day, does everyone want to go one more time around? Give their socials, give their
Absolutely.
projects?
Yeah. Let's start away with Sean.
Just follow the welcome in. I'm here. This is my only thing.
That's Mr. Shika Dance.
Sorry. Our names are now on
Hi.
screen.
I'm Parker Bliss. Hi. Everywhere, literally everywhere. And I'm here a lot. What up, Matt?
I'm Matt. I'm Dinkles. I do D&D rapping and stuff like that on TikTok and Twitter. You can find me at Matt Dinkins. I rhyme. That's it.
Jando?
I'm Shando, the D&D mom, and we're holding a charity stream for the Bill Project tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time over at twitch.tv/the D&D mom.
Amazing. And I am Sarah's Coffee. I am Sarah's Coffee on all things now. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch. It's all over. And I believe tomorrow we have Highlight Heroes, correct?
We do.
We do.
Tomorrow
Join
at
us
7.
tomorrow at
Mhm.
7 Eastern for Highlight Heroes with Weston Arcane Anthems.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for joining. And we will see you soon.
Bye, everybody.
guys.